The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Welcome back, you glorious caffeine addicts, to the Dark Roast and Nerdiness podcast, your home for all things coffee, tech, and entertainment. I'm your host, Wolf, and as always, staying heavily caffeinated, opinionated. On this episode, we get back into, after 15 long years hiatus, the rug has been pulled off, the mothballs and dust have been removed, the Nakwita generator has been plugged in, and the gate is going back online. That's right. A new Stargate is on the horizon. Finally, it's not just a fever dream. In other news on the tech side, half of the internet goes down because Cloudfare can't figure out how to change a setting and sets off a domino cascade the size of the Titanic. The Clout Goblin King has gone on his full simp glazing tour on behalf of the CCP. That's right, Piker is over in commieland sucking down the mouse schlong. And again, we come to that special time of year in the verse with the drop of patch 4.4. IAE is upon the verse. How many people are going to go breaking their piggy banks open just to buy some concept ships that come out? Maybe, possibly. Who knows? We'll see. They look pretty in your hangar as a wall art. As always, we got our panel. Let me bring the boys in. How are you doing, guys?
Not bad, not bad.
Oh, man, on that note, let's give each other a round of some general applause. Yeah. Back again for number 21. Who would have thought we've already make it to 21 episodes? All right, we got Entity already hopping in. I'm going to be honest, I've never seen Stargate. Okay, are you talking you've never seen the movie or the show or both? Because either way, you're missing out. The show is, I'm not going to lie, is kind of slow in the first season. It finds its footing. It builds your characters and all that. But there's a reason it went for 10 seasons. There's a reason there were 2 spinoffs. And there's a reason why for 15 years the fans have been screaming to the rooftops for more. So, both. All right, dude. I would actually say start with the movie of Kurt Russell. Give the movie a shot. It is actually really well done. James Spader, a.k.a. Ultron, that was one of his first major roles into TV. I mean, out of TV and into movies. Give the movie a shot, see what you like it. If you like the vibe, you're definitely going to like the show. In fact, the show actually has more dark humor and more satirical. And if you've seen, like you said, a couple of the clips of the show, it's worth checking out. We're going to get into it when we talk about the gate. There's a lot of episodes I love, a lot of ones I'm sure everybody in the panel have seen and can watch over and over and over again.
Hey, I've actually seen it.
Finally. Awesome.
I've seen one. I got it. I know that reference. I got it.
All right, to kick this off, we're going to get into our 2-week review since we do the show every 2 weeks. There's a few things we got to catch up on. So the first one is we're going to take a look into the gander of the entire video of the Steam official announcement and give kind of our thoughts and takes on it. There's a few things that have definitely showed up in it that have piqued my interest, and there are some things that I'm a little hesitant on. So you got that ready to go, Shark?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and pop it up.
All right.
Let's see if my unpaid version of YouTube is going to cooperate today.
Hey, everyone. This is Steam Deck. Steam Deck is our powerful, portable, handheld gaming PC that lets you take your Steam library with you anywhere. We're pretty proud of it. People who own Steam Decks have been playing everywhere, and we couldn't be happier with the response we've heard from all of you.
There you go.
We're excited to talk about the future of Steam Deck, but not today, because this isn't a video about the future of Steam Deck. This is a video about the future of Steam hardware. Today, we're announcing 3 new members of the Steam hardware lineup.
Pause it real quick, Shark. You've never seen Battlestar like the original or the new one? Because the original, no offense, and I know this is not going to be popular with some people, you could skip the campy original. But the new one with Katie Sackhoff and all of them, that one was damn good. Like, that is what showed. Without Battlestar Galactica, you would have not had. Well, I'll rephrase it. Without the newer Battlestar Galactica, you would have not had all of your Hollywood, basically the entertainment complex machine realize the potential of space sci-fi, and we wouldn't have shows like the Expanse or any of those because of it. It really reawoke the money machine to basically say, okay, we can wow, dude. Entity. I don't know what to think of you anymore. I've never seen Lex or Firefly. Lex, I can understand. Lex is a very weird, obscure one that came out in a very weird time. In fact, I'm not gonna lie. I love Lex so much that I'm pretty much thinking that if they'll allow me to do it without like copyright striking me, the other show, The Full Fulminate, I want the intro song to be the chant of the last of the Brune and G. But how could you have not seen Firefly, my brother? Damn, you are missing out, man. You need to go check those out. Seriously, Firefly is worth it. Watch Firefly, then watch Serenity. You will not be disappointed. I mean, Firefly is only one season because Fox fucked the pooch on how they aired it. Like, they aired it out of order, and then they put it up against some of the, like, nobody should have gone up against X-Files and other shit back in the day. That was basically a death sentence.
Then go watch Cleopatra after Firefly.
Well, if you're going to go that route, you also need to go Vagrant Queen.
Oh, yes. Definitely Vagrant Queen.
All right, let's kick the stream video off.
All connect you with powerful PC gaming. All are optimized for gaming with Steam. And all are shipping in early 2026. Let's start with this one. This
you gotta
is
go like
the
all
new
art
Steam
cards
controller.
on it and stuff.
The new Steam controller puts
gone
all
like
of your
indie.
Steam games at your fingertips.
Yeah, look,
so you
Shark,
can
go
play
ahead and jump
wherever
the video
and
to the
however
actual
you want.
the console replacement.
Well, what kills me, and I think it's funny, is that's an Xbox controller.
Yes and no.
That's the Xbox buttons. Patented.
Xbox
buttons.
layout, but we're talking the rest of the control and everything. No.
Okay, so that's the new Xbox controller. Where are we going here?
into the Steam
Go
machine?
into where it goes into the Steam machine.
There
you
we go. Just keep
All right, there.
swimming.
No,
Boom.
right there. Okay.
For the new Steam machine. Oh, this is the new Steam machine.
And so help me if some kid says GameCube.
Steam Machine is a powerful gaming PC in a small but mighty package, designed for your games on the big screen. It's quiet too, which is crazy since it's 6 times more powerful than a Steam Deck, powered by a discrete, semi-custom AMD GPU, enabling 4K gaming at 60 frames per second with FSR. Steam Machine runs SteamOS made for a bigger screen, built for gaming in your living room, your office, or wherever you play, with the rest of your PC accessories. Steam Machine borrows some great features from Steam Deck, like lightning-fast sleep and wake, an SD card slot to easily expand your storage, and brings some new tricks of its own, like a customizable LED strip, which can show different system functionalities, or your own light show. Steam Machine is a PC, so run whatever software you want, and it works with all your favorite desktop and gaming accessories. Steam Machine is designed to work hand in hand with the Steam controller, with the low latency, wireless connectivity of the Steam controller puck built right in. And it's great for streaming your games to your phone, tablet, laptop, Steam Deck, or Steam Frame. Oh, yep. This is Steam Frame.
All right, we can end that one. I don't the VR
Mm-hmm.
thing and it, let's face it, they're going to try to market it as great, but I doubt it will beat the Beyond. The Beyond
or
is literally
even
the
Oculus
King
3.
Daddy when it comes. Well, not even Oculus. The King Daddy is the Beyond right now.
Yeah, but I'm saying like even
what is it,
even
big
the
screen?
the Oculus is more useful outside of gaming right now than it is inside.
It's true.
Yeah. So real quick, Entity on the one you mentioned earlier, I'm gonna have to look into that. I've heard rumors about that, but I've not seen anything to verify that. As for the second one, yeah, we're gonna talk about the Clipper later when we go into IAE and everything. It's an interesting ship. It's definitely came out of left field. When I first saw the images of the Clipper, I was like, okay, cool, but what's the size? And now that I've seen videos of people roaming IAE and checking it out, I am kind of blown away by how actually big the ship is. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, we'll get into that one. But you're right, it's a good little ship. But then again, there are very good ships from Drake I haven't liked. I like Drake. To me, is literally like the ship the guy out of the trailer park would fly, and I like that. Sometimes you don't want the nice clean cut. You want this thing is used for work and work alone. And that's Drake to a T. Hence why I'm wearing that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about the steam machine. I mean, I've got my opinions on it. I'm of the mind that if it comes out for $800 or less, Steam has won the console wars outright.
Nope. Linus and them already did the breakdown. It's going to be about the price of almost building an ITX computer PC. It's going to be around $1,300 to $1,400.
I mean, I'm still getting one.
And with what they're,
I'm getting.
I look at it this way. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait because what they're touting that it can do, I'm very questionable about. Saying something can pump out anything on Steam at 1440 at 60 is a very bold claim, considering that there are $500 graphics cards alone that can barely push that. And now you're telling me that until they break down the full spec analysis, that's where I'm going to wait.
Yeah,
mainly because
I saw the same thing you did on Linus, of where he asked the question, was like, "Hey, it's gonna be 500, right?" And then nobody said shit.
Yeah, but it's not really Linus I'm going to wait for. I'm going to wait till Steve at Gamers Nexus tears the damn thing apart, because he will find any flaw in any claim that's fake, and he will tear them a new asshole if they basically fudge the numbers on anything. That's one thing I do like about Gamers Nexus. He's not afraid to take on anybody. Like, I mean, hell, they literally took on and won against Bloomberg. You got some serious balls if you go toe to toe with freaking Bloomberg, especially when you're just some Canucks from Canada.
What do you put here? It makes sense if it works.
So it's not the size we fell in love with. It's the multi-role capability. It's the perfect starter ship. No, yeah, it is the perfect, in a sense, starter ship for its price point. I mean, they're selling it right where the damn Cutlass was when it first came out, and this ship actually has more functionality than a Cutlass. But yeah, we're definitely going to hop into that when we get into IE and everything. We got that one. We got the Kruger ship that dropped on the first day. We got the release of Perseus and some of the other in-concept stuff that they've on the roadmap have basically shown a little bit more. But yeah, back to Steam Deck, back to the Steam. I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait till the review embargo gets up and the reviewers can actually, have about a week to fuck around with it before it gets released. And then again, it's all going to be on the price point. I mean, let's face it. If it is above $1,200, you can build an ITX machine for that price and download the Steam OS and have your own Steam machine for less. And it will probably run better.
Well, I was seeing where they were thinking about not allowing Steam OS to be on anything else.
Doesn't matter. It's already out. It's already out there. It's an open source Linux program.
It's Linux. It's open source. They can't stop the monster.
They can't stop it because it's already out there. There are already people that have dedicated their PCs that are running just Steam because they got sick of all the bloat and malware with freaking, stupid ass Microsoft. So
yeah, they've really killed. We can cover that in the tech section, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of profanities will come out if we're talking about Windows.
You know what, Entity? If they could pull it off, if they can pull off all that capability for that price range, I'll buy one.
Yeah, I got those, by the way. So let's go on to the next one. So you got ready for the next one? All right, there we go.
Yep.
All right, so Fallout 4 is coming out with another update that later they might have actually already dropped since the time of this article. So basically, they had the anniversary. The anniversary threw in a ton of fucking shit, and yeah, a bunch of paywall bullshit. But then now they're releasing another update, I guess, to undo some of the paywall and fix some of the shit that, of course, did not work. I mean, it's fucking Bethesda, so let's face it, it's not going to work the first go around. It never does.
Maybe by the third or fourth.
Well, I've downloaded all this. I just haven't had a chance to play it. I was going to play it tomorrow, mainly because there's a whole bunch of what I'm looking forward to playing is there's an entire bounty hunting aspect added into the game now, and you're working for Walter Goggins' Ghoul the whole time. Like, he went in, did the mocap and the voiceover for it and everything. So I'm curious to see what little tidbit shits they throw in there for the next season of the show, because with the timing of this dropping and the new season about to slowly creep out, you know that they've got a whole bunch of Easter egg shit. Like, I've been avoiding people's videos because I want to kind of find some of this shit myself this time. And so watch everybody on YouTube talk about it and then already kind of spoil the fun.
Yeah, it'll do the deep dive things you'll have to watch YouTube for, like the really crazy ones.
There's one guy, I can't think of his name right now, that I follow that does a masterclass on all of the lore and everything behind it. Fallout 4 is a good game, but the modding scene carries the game today. Well, yeah, that's always been the way with any Bethesda game. It's always been the modding community that has kept those games going. I mean, Christ, there's a group of guys that you can literally get it for free, but if you are able to take, I think, Fallout 3, or is it Fallout New Vegas? One of them, if you backdate it to 4 patches ago, so you get you basically undo the patches, you bring it back to before those installs. They have a mod that you can download that literally is an entire game all to itself called Fallout London. And it's incredibly fun and good. In fact, the guys that created spent several years building it. And then when Bethesda heard about it, I think there was like a potential threat of lawsuit or some bullshit on Bethesda's end, that these guys are like, well, fine. You're going to do that? We're releasing it for free. Fuck it. We don't care. We didn't really build this to make a dime off of. We did it because we wanted to. So, yeah, you can go out there and get it for free through Nexus Mods. Or no, it might be actually through their own website. Now, I think Nexus Mods might have had to take it down. But no, you're right, Entity. It's one of those games that the modding community has never stopped making stuff and thrives. And, yeah, it has kept the momentum. Now, where credit is due, the show also rebuilt the momentum that the games had kind of dropped off from because of the stagnant period between releases. Because let's face it, Bethesda would have been way smarter to do another Fallout game sooner than fucking Starfield. Because the only thing I ever enjoyed about Starfield was building my own fucking ship. That's it. The rest of the game I got so fucking bored with and tired of.
Well, and also I think the show is big credit to bringing a whole new generation into Fallout.
Oh, yeah. Well, a new generation, but also at the same time, people that were aware of it, but have maybe not played since New Vegas or didn't own a console, so they really didn't get the 3 and 4 experience. I know a lot of people that played, like, what was it, New Vegas and 2, and you dropped off of gaming completely, kind of. But then after watching the show, we're like, I need to go replay Vegas, and that got them to buy 3 and 4, and they've been playing those now and kind of playing catch up. Space Engineers is superior. I
agree.
Yeah. There's a lot of more superior games out there. I mean, even if you want to go into beta games, Elite Dangerous has now become way better than Starfield was. What's the No Man's Sky beats Starfield?
Yeah, that one looks really interesting. I'm actually thinking about downloading that one.
No Man's Sky had a rough start, and then the developers kept working at it. Now it is hands down 10 times better than it was at release, and they keep adding more. There's another one that's out there, too, that's kind of like No Man's Sky, but I always forget the title of it. But there's quite a few of them. Yeah, Starfield promised the world and didn't deliver really much of anything. And it still got the goddamn left turn. I don't understand why Bethesda can't get rid of that. Mid-conversation ends, the face of the person you're talking to goes, every fucking time.
It's patented, sir. It's patented.
I don't think I'm patting that straight up their ass because it sucks. All right, now the next story for us to discuss on our little 2-week review catch-up is not a shocker. Not a shocker to me. The minute I saw the trailer, I knew this was going to be dog shit. Black Ops 7 is the worst user-reviewed Call of Duty, dropping below Modern Warfare 3. What did I say? I play No Man's Sky. It's awesome, especially since now that you can build your own Corvette. Yeah, and that's honestly Entity what got me into re-downloading it and slowly getting back into it is the fact of being able to do stuff like that. So yeah, basically I cannot tell you that fucking word. Black Ops 7 has been reviewed and ratioed to hell and back. The player count is abysmal compared to all the titles before it. And it doesn't take much. You literally look at like half the gameplay people playing. It is freaking, it's BS wannabe Fortnite without the building.
Yeah, I saw like
the skins, everything. They're they're ugly. It's a joke. Like the only people keeping it alive are the streamers being paid to play it or literally built their entire fandom off of the damn Black Ops and Call of Duty games, and they'll never stop until the fans disappear. But you better believe the minute their subscriber but the minute their subscriber count drop, they'll hop to the next damn game. The only reason they continue is because they got nothing else.
And the only ones actually promoting it are the people getting paid on YouTube.
Like UNSC frigate on a nice.
Like I was seeing Sean Ryan of all people was getting paid to fucking.
Oh, dude, there were so many. Where they screwed up is they had a few people like who was the one that they had them like sponsored? They had his skins, everything, and then he made one dumb comment or something, and they stripped him, or it was some bullshit. I think it was Tim the Tat Man. Anyway, they had a whole slew of really high profile people that played other games, but were also badass at that game. And then none of them play it anymore. I got sick of COD in general just because of all the fucking cheaters and the lame-ass freaking non-realistic bullshit. Call of Duty Black Ops 2 was the last good COD game, but in my opinion, they should have never left Medal of Honor. No, they shouldn't. To me, the last great COD game I ever played, and the last one I did play was, what was it, World at War.
So that was the one that they're panning here, Modern Warfare 3, is that the recent one? Or the original?
No,
I think they're at like the fourth one is the most recent one or something.
Oh, there was one that was like in the height of COVID that I thought was like
that was 3.
That was 3.
That was 3. That was 3. 3. I will say the storyline was decent. I like these for the storylines.
The gameplay mechanics was the best in all of the franchise. I'll fight anybody on that. I will die on that hill. I love.
Well, yeah, you know why? Why? You know why, right?
Because it was realistic.
No, not because it was realistic. The movement, the way you actuated movements, the way your character progressed, they stole it from Titanfall 2.
Oh.
The exact wall movements, all of that was taken from Titanfall.
Well, didn't they do the same? Didn't they do the same thing in that dinosaur, like robotic dinosaur game? Forget where you hunt the robotic dinosaurs.
Oh, what? Primeval, or primitive,
something like that.
Yeah. I know the one you're talking about. You might be right on that one. I never played that game.
Yeah, I think they did the same gank on that.
I made people mad on Call of Duty Black Ops 2 because I played it on the Wii, so I had advantage.
Hey, I love Black Ops 2, man.
It ain't an advantage. It's literally just skill. I look at it this way. You either got it or you don't in any game. I've seen people take on controller people with a mouse and keyboard and wipe them like it was nothing. And then vice versa. I've seen people on a Wii lose completely, or some people win. It's all just down to skill. But I got to say, I could see where there would be a slight advantage with, especially you got a large TV screen in front of you and you're using the Wii. Because then, you're dealing with muscle memory, not trying to do this. You're actually moving and doing it. So,
or be me and plug your keyboard and mouse into your PS5 so you can play Battlefield 6 and still be in the same lobbies as all the other console gamers. I love it.
So we actually got some new subscribers and comments, and we like to kind of give credit where credit is due. So to our new subscribers, Scuddy181 and Adele Bennett, thank you for subscribing. We hope you enjoy the show. Please give us a comment. Let us know how we're doing. If you got any ideas, again, we got a link to our Discord on it. Feel free to join it. As for the comments, he said, I had the gun case that went with the controllers. Nice. So we had a few comments that have hopped in here. Some were funny. Some were kind of meh. And some were pretty to the point. So God/K5B, and I think this was on I think it was the studios exiting, basically the Japanese studios saying the American developers, they fired everybody and got rid of them all. This guy put, I'm pretty anti-woke myself, but I really think it's just companies profit maxing. That's the new trend now in tech. Hell, Amazon laid off a ton of workers 2 weeks ago. The thing in tech, we had a ton of unnecessary workers, like literally people who just sat around all day. I don't think it's the same with gaming, but I can definitely see this as just a continuing trend. And yeah, he is right. There's a lot of dead space, especially in any of the tech industry. And the one thing, especially when it comes to companies out of Japan that are not going to put up with, is laziness and ineffectiveness. So yeah, if they feel your company's dead waste and it's going to cost them money, yeah, they'll just cut you out and do it themselves. Which rightly so. That's the way it should be. We had one that I love this comment because it just goes so much in a dumbass direction. I'm not even going to give this person's name out. You do not earn that with me, mainly because one of the words you used in this just shows me exactly where your allegiances lie, and the fact that you probably think the greatest female streamer out there is Casey Tron as she takes 50 bong rips a show. Dude, woke is not the problem. Somebody's a little butthurt. Actually think for once instead of believing the incel right-wing bullshit that's fed to you. First of all, fuck Republicans, fuck Democrats. I'm in the middle. We're way too big to just be a two-party bullshit system anymore. And secondly, learn what the word incel is. Just like fascist, you morons can never get it correct. That's actually a word. Incel is telling a choice. It's basically saying that the person has basically told whatever gender that they would normally sleep with that we think you're all dog shit and we don't want to be around part of any of you. So
I'm over here.
That sits there and calls a man an incel. Dost thou project thy much that no man want to get his dick wet in you? Maybe if you quit being an OF whore, you wouldn't have that problem. That's my rant.
I'm of the mind that, that's their opinion. We have our opinions. But in the words of the great Captain Jack Sparrow, but you have heard of me.
And then here's the end of it. It's not due to wokeness. It's so they could save money because they're a greedy business. Partially right, partially not right. And if you had actually listened to the way we worded that, I was cracking a joke on the Go Woke, Go Broke slogan. What it really came down to is if your studio is hired by a Asian company and they see that the last 9 projects you pumped out have epically fucking failed and lost a fuck ton of money, whether it be due to the fact that you pandered to ideologies or took people out of the realm of fantasy to inject your own self into the game, they're not going to lose money on your ass. Not when they could just do it at home, save money, and probably produce a better fucking product. Because it doesn't take big crews. Look at, what was it? Claire Obscura Expedition 33. Just won Game of the Year, and it was done on a small team of developers. AAA game, AAA style game done by a little micro studio. Okay, Olfano 1315. Hope I said that correctly. If I didn't, I'm sorry. I am dysgraphic and dyslexic. You will have to bear with me. Okay, Entity said, also, did y'all check out the games I recommended last stream? Yes, Shark and I actually looked into those after the stream and everything, and I do have the two main ones you said are on my wish list now. I just got to wait till a paycheck or till they go free. Probably till a paycheck. I'm impatient. So I'll final 1315 on when we were talking about GTA 6. This is very correct, sir. Yes, if the game flops, the gaming community will never recover. As much as everybody is anticipating GTA 6, as much as marketers, as much as they're pushing it forward to try to save the consoles and build systems back up, if it ends up being dog shit, yeah, it will affect the industry. I think it'll make them take a step back and start looking more into why are these indie games surviving and our big titles are flopping. That said, though, the stuff that they have shown from the trailers and everything does look gorgeous. But if they microtransaction it and do like they did with GTA 5 and solely put all their focus on online, and don't provide any DLC or any type of reoccurring revenue to the solo player game, it will epically fucking fail. Because that's what most people I know that quit playing GTA, they did that because there was no more shit for the solo player to do. So on our edge runners, I'm not even going to attempt that. No, that is a tongue tire from fucking hell, dude. Your name. I mean, did you just like toss that into a hat with a whole bunch of like bad mumble rap words and dump it on a table? I mean, I'm not trying to talk shit, but come on, dude. I can. That is no. Anyway, he put hell no. It's too short to even get attached, bro. Dude, if you don't get attached to edge runners, what would you get attached to? I mean, I'm sorry that it actually had toys and actually built up characters and actually had a humanizing story. Oh yeah, I just noticed the picture. Jesus Christ. Well, I'm not even gonna get into that one. So this one I loved when we were talking about. I can't remember what game this one was about, but basically, it was GT. I think it was GTA 6. He said, "I'm actually excited for the bugs and glitches. Hopefully, I get to fly across the map with a tank and a garage door like when I was 10." Sir, I had to thumbs up that one, especially because you made me remember of the tank glitch from GTA. What was it? The first Tommy Vercetti game, and I totally had forgotten how you had to do that until you made that comment. Yeah.
Well, right, remember we were going on about how 1 and 2 were flats, and you'd forgotten
that's right. And I, for some reason, thought 2 wasn't a flat, but you're right. We had to look those up. It's hard to believe that would took it all the way to 3, but I guess because 3 was so long ago, it's like I forget how old 1 and 2 actually were.
Didn't Vice City come out before 3? Was it 3 in Vice City or Vice City in 3?
No, it was 3, then Vice City, then San Andreas.
That's right. Right.
Because Vice City was the continuation of Tommy Vercetti taking over Vice City. Yep. That's when he became the Scarface style level of boss.
That's right.
And then this one was from More Surplus. For me, it's being the owner of a Retaliator. I saw the price of just one of those torpedoes. Then this thing comes along like small ship, big guns, small crew. I think it's when we were talking about the Perseus or the Polaris. Yeah. No, I still love my Retaliator. I hope they retweak and I hope they bring some gameplay, because to me, the Retaliator is one of the coolest looking ships in the verse. Whether it's sitting or flying, it is a beautifully designed ship. They just need to give it some gameplay and really tweak the living fuck out of it. Because right now it is just sadly not being utilized. All right, so we're going to hop into our new segment of the show, which is tech news. I don't have an intro yet because this is kind of like a last minute thing Shark and I decided to do. And I'm going to let Shark, since he is our resident Wizard of the Knock, take over the show. I'm going to put my camera off real quick because Fuzzball wants out. So, Shark, take it away.
All righty then. Well, since here we go. There we go. Since the world came to a stop the other day due to Cloudflare's nice little screw up, and so a lot of people don't know what Cloudflare actually does. And I thought really hard about if I had to explain this to a toddler, because a lot of tech people don't understand tech very well, so you have to explain it to them like they're a toddler
or a Marine.
So, enough crayons, but. If
I was about to say, if you draw it in crayon, they'll get it.
Exactly.
But leave a few for a meal, so that way they don't walk away hungry.
Just don't use the red ones because it enranges them.
But I would love. Yes, more compact ships are coming. There are still a few from back in the day in concept that have not come to fruition yet.
Yeah. So what Cloudflare does is back in, we'll say, early to mid 2000s in the world of the internet, you used to be able to go to a website, and when you first got to that website, the website would say, "Hey, welcome. Here's your key, free run of the website." Not anymore, because 1,000,001 people figured out how to hack. So what Cloudflare does is Cloudflare is like going into a prison of a website. You walk up to the front door, it says, "Hey, guess what? We're going to check your creds. We're going to make sure that you are who you say you are, that you aren't a shady individual, and that your PC's running good. All right, here's your credentials. Go on in." And then you take about 10 steps
a hell
in.
of a lot nicer of a prison than the one I remember.
Right. Then you take about 10 steps in, and it says, "Hey, let me see your credentials." It looks at your credentials, and it says, "Okay, yes, you are still good with these credentials. Go on in." And every time you hit a wall, or you change a page, or you click on a link, or you scroll, it checks all those credentials to make sure you are still a good character and not a bad actor trying to do something fishy to the website. That's what Cloudflare does. So when Cloudflare's doing all their back-end maintenance, and the one new dude decides to play with the file and screws the poopy shoe, it can cause a catastrophic failure like what we saw, because that one file that he was messing with, and they didn't ever actually announce which file on the back end it is, but it can very easily have a cascade because of dependencies.
I will give them credit. Unlike other companies, Microsoft, in the past that have done things like this that have caused issues, and they obfuscate the truth, or they narrow down any type of open political response. Cloudflare did go onto Twitter and own up to it. They didn't go into the specifics, but I can understand from a security aspect not why they didn't. But I got to hand it credit. At least they did own up to it. They said, "We fucked up. This was our fault. We're remedying it." And then later it had been remedied. You're muted, dude.
There we go. They were very on point. This is actually Cloudflare's backend status page, which I use a lot at my work. And they were on the point. Every like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, they were posting updates saying, "Hey, we found this, we did this." And they stayed on the ball. They, compared to a lot of other companies where like I'll get updates maybe every 2 to 4 hours sometimes, they were on the ball.
That's quick.
Yeah, exactly. They as you can see, these time frames, 3:40, 4 o'clock, 4:30, they were constantly posting, and that was actually really good on them.
Well, at least they started the whole connection with, "Hey,
yeah,
we found a problem."
With Entity, to answer
to
your comment real quickly, if I'm not mistaken, Shark can correct me this or not, but wasn't the thing with Amazon and Google actually attacks?
It wasn't Google. It was Amazon Web Services, AWS, was, I believe, an attack, and then it was Azure. Microsoft Azure was the other one that went down. And what was really interesting is when Microsoft, and it went completely kind of under the radar, when Microsoft Azure went down, AWS also had a small outage at the same time.
I still find it hilarious
that shit.
When Azure and all those went down, you could still go to Down Detector, and it was telling you what was going on in the cascade effect everywhere. Yeah. Cloudflare, even Down Detector went dead.
Yep. Yeah,
I went on there like, "What's going on?" It was like, Can I climb that element? What the fuck?
But yeah, Entity, I mean, Amazon and freaking Google and Microsoft, they're never going to fully admit what happened.
Yeah.
No, just like what is it, 15 years later, and Apple still will never admit of how someone hacked all the celebrities' iClouds.
Oh, yeah. That was a huge what to do.
Oh yeah, that made some whole bunch of porn sites rich as shit overnight.
Oh yeah, it did. So
they could literally say these are real. We don't have fakes anymore.
So another
Why
thing,
the fuck would you save that shit to your cloud?
Because
keep it on the goddamn device itself.
Because that's what Apple does, and Google does it now too. It auto backs your shit up to the cloud.
Google and Microsoft have gone even worse. Have you updated Windows recently?
Oh, hell, I wait as long as I can for it to
fucking 45 minutes. No, it took me 45 minutes to turn off all the AI bullshit they wanted to put on my system.
Yeah, well, no, and Walrus him and I were talking the other day about how difficult it is to actually shut OneDrive down in Windows 11.
Yeah.
So Entity, I can actually answer this one for you. It actually isn't an attack. Like Shark, like you said, he has access. So he actually saw what really happened. And basically, it doesn't take much to take systems relying on things to run in order like that for one thing to literally just be a wall that everything smacks into.
Yeah.
Amazon, out of all those recently, Amazon was attacked. Amazon even admitted it was a wasn't it a large-scale DDoS attack?
Yes.
Yeah, so you're looking at Amazon, if I had to guess, was a group of hackers that just decided to say, we're going to fuck Bezos up the ass today. The weird part is nobody took credit for it. That's still the weird one. Most of the time, I miss groups that used to take credit. Like, what was the big one that...
Anonymous. Or
well, you had Anonymous, but what was the one before them? What were the ones that actually took down the NSA website back in the early 90s?
Oh, shit.
Weren't they something like Crimson Dawn or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Video game name that was badass. And
weren't they the ones that said all your place now belong to us?
No, that was from a video game.
No.
But I thought that they also did that.
No. The one you're thinking
of is the kid that hacked GTA that he literally said, all your files are mine. Pay me this money or I will release your entire source code.
Yeah.
And the fucked up part about that is he did that with a keyboard, a cell phone, an Amazon Fire Stick, and a TV in a hotel room with the goddamn FBI next door watching him in the next room. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. That kid is in an NSA black hole right now working for them. You know damn well that's where his ass is.
Well, and see, that's back in the day, that the way that those kind of people got away with that was they literally could just read binary. They would just go into the binary and sort it out there.
So Entity, that's Gmail. The AI scanning on Gmail has actually probably been gone longer than they admitted that it's actually doing it. That's pretty much how you get all their promotional feed bullshit.
And it's not just, it's also Office 365 is using it. Almost every email system, unless you have a private one, which honestly, I use one called Proton Mail. That's secure.
What I was about to say. Proton Mail is the only one that has never sold out. Still is what it is.
Yes.
And it does work a lot better now than it did a few years ago. Like back when I was working for Black Rifle Coffee, my God, if you tried to start a fucking account for a subscription with Proton Mail, Shopify was like, fuck you. It did not recognize it. Me and only two guys in the company would go in the back end and reopen it up and get it to work.
Yeah. And I'll even tell you on as far as Google goes, even their corporate email, which I use for some businesses that I help run, their corporate email, same shit. You can't turn it off.
Yep. Well, I love it. They say you can turn it off. You can't.
No.
Read the terms of service. They have full control over anything you're using that is using their shit.
Exactly.
It was funny you talked about how that kid was able to just straight up read binary. My grandfather was the same way, but with assembly code. Just straight read it, write it as is, and was one of those geniuses that could just do it.
Yeah.
Oh, now you're muted.
I'm trying. Okay, I keep muting myself because I've got a print running in the background, people, and I'm trying to make sure I'm not being the asshole. But I mean, back in the day when in school, I learned basic and QBasic programming.
Yeah.
I mean, and that was when C++ was just coming out. And like, that was as close to
The sad
basic
thing
as you could get.
is to get a truly privatized, safe browser experience. They almost don't exist anymore. Even
you have to go Tor.
Even DuckDuckGo is not even what it used to be.
You have to go full Tor.
Oh, what I love is this stupid one that fucking all these assholes on YouTube try to pump to everybody.
Which one?
What is it? What is it? Opera.
Opera.
Do not download Opera at all.
No.
Do not.
Dude, there are people like Gamers Nexus that have ripped that, not Gamers Nexus, some ordinary game, Mudahar ripped that thing apart. And the minute his video dropped, I found like 5 other guys that are tech heads that literally said the same thing, that this thing, yeah, it's great for gaming because you're not getting all the bloat and all the shit that Windows does. But no, it is not secure for shit.
No, it's
let's put it this way. Anything you're getting for free is not going to really most of the time be fucking secure.
Well, it's what's odd is the more open source it is, typically the more secure it is for you.
Yeah, because you have more people that know how to code that stuff, that look at it and be like, all right, I want this for myself. Fuck it, I'll share it with other people, and they make it an even better version.
Yep. And
which is why Android will always be better than iPhone.
Well, and Android is even heading down. I will say.
Oh, well, rephrase it. Android is not heading down that route. It's the UI of the phone manufacturers on top of it that are fucking with everything.
There are versions of Android that, yes, I will fully support if you want to create a good, clean burner phone. Yeah, there is also some. I keep wanting to say Lexus. I have cars on the brain. Linux. There are Linux versions for phones and tablets that is good. Also, Linux Touch is not bad. No bloatware.
Yeah.
A lot less crap on it.
The black phone that you can buy.
Yep.
Uses that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it straight away tells you will not get all the fun, fancy shit you're used to, but it will give you text. You will be able to watch YouTube, whatever videos you want to watch.
What operating system does it run? It started with a G, if I remember right.
For the black phone?
Yeah.
It's a version. It's their version of Linux.
Right.
There's probably 100 different Linux versions out there, depending how elaborate you want it.
It's that one. The black phone is actually an Android. That's the Silent OS, which is that's one of the stripped down Androids. Yeah. Correct. You don't get Play Store. You have to custom API. Anything you want to put on there, you have to do through API. You can't use. Well, you can use the store, but it defeats the point of the phone. So, but speaking of
the light, I didn't think would go out, went out.
All right. Speaking of hacking,
fucking batteries.
Speaking of hacking, China has decided that they're going to make use of some old Asus routers that people still are out there using, like Asus.
Well, at least you didn't say Asus.
Asses. Well, these versions are. There's a bunch of end-of-life routers out there. They estimate something close to 90,000 out there between Russia, Taiwan, and the U.S. of these that people are still using because they're like, oh, it's my fucking. I don't need to worry about it. And the China state, they have confirmed it was China national hackers that found the exploit, because this one certificate in there has 100-year qualification. It literally went from 2022 to 2122, and they've
shocked me. Literally all of your biggest data farms are all China and India.
Mm-hmm. Well, so part of that is because of the altitude, though, because it's easier to cool them in China. The altitude makes it easy.
I'm rephrasing. What I mean by data farm is your people that are reselling people's data, hacking stuff, and getting people's data. Yeah. It's China and India.
Yeah. No. Well, duh.
I mean, let's face it. I used to hate Nigeria, but very few people fall for the "I'm the prince of blah 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 blah." Send me check. I send you check. We get package.
You know how old that?
They're a little. I know how old it is, but it's sad that some people still fall for it, but it's slowly fading away. Nigeria is like, when it comes to the scamathon, is on the bottom of the totem pole right now. It's India and China that are leading all the scams. It's
India by far. But What's really funny is a lot of people might not know this.
Mark Rober got him, with the whole scammers are payback and everything with the boxes and all that. Personally, I think the boxes shouldn't have had smart stink farts in them. I think they should have been filled with CX gas.
That would be illegal, sir.
Countdown, that's fake. I think it should have had some Semtec attached to it.
Oh, but
very apparently that the government of India doesn't give a fuck to really do anything about it. But a couple of places,
meaning in Minecraft,
a couple of places suddenly in Minecraft go, problem solved.
Oh, it's entity that was there's some Asus routers that are end of life.
Yep.
And China found the back door, but there's a lot of them out there still out in the world that people are using. And hey, for those that are watching, I know we have a really small audience. Update your firmware, people. It can save your tail. Update your firmware.
Or here's a little tidbit. I know most people don't like spending money. None of us really like spending money. Or some of those issues of, where we just see things on sale and buy them and get hooked on them. But when it comes to stuff like your router, which basically has all access to everything, considering you're buying a lot of shit with your credit card information and your doctor's appointments and shit from home. And if you're working from home, God forbid, you've got company shit on your stuff now. If you're still using something that says Wi-Fi 4 on it, at least upgrade to fucking 5, God damn it. We're already at Wi-Fi 7, motherfuckers.
And entity, if you want to look into the Asus, ASUS, if you want to look in,
hold on, Asus, ASUS, basically Republic of Gamers, all of their routers. Well, all of their routers, except for up to the Wi-Fi 6 and up generation, nobody's updating the firmware, and China basically said, look, we can see all your shit.
So if you want to look it up, it's actually, well, I left that list at work by accident when I was doing my homework. But if you want to look it up, the exploit is called Open WRT Hug.
Yeah, so WRT Hug. Check it out, people. If you have an Asus router, see if yours is on the fucking list. Find out if you got a firmware update that fucker. If there is no current firmware and you are on the last generation firmware, replace that damn thing.
The ones that are listed for this are end of life. There's no more updates. So if you are on that list, get a new router. It is time.
As I remember that mine is on the original firmware. I've never once in the 10 years I've had this router, I've never updated the firmware.
Aren't you lucky? I'm a nice guy.
Yeah.
So that, ladies and gentlemen, ends our tech news for this show. We're going to continue this segment on, and we're also going to start throwing in more coffee stuff again now that the shows have kind of hit and new shit's hitting the line. And hopefully I can get another camera set up and we can actually do some live demonstrations, because we still haven't showed off the X Bloom here. And I got some new fun attachments coming in the way for that thing. So we're going to hop into our next little area. Our good old favorite Clout Goblin King is back, and he's over there and doing his grand CCP tour, sucking the mouse schlong. So Piker's in China, glazing over everything in his state-controlled propaganda tour, and as always, trying to lie out his ass about the reality of life living under the CCP. He's also gone ballistic on anybody challenging it, to basically banning 30 and 40-month subscribers, all because they don't want to simp for him and believe his bullshit anymore. And again, he keeps saying how much better it is in the U.S. So, King Nepo baby, here's my reasoning to you. If you think CCP is so great and the Mao lovers are going to love you so much, fucking stay. We don't want you back here. Now, I know some people might say, why do you want to talk about a streamer like Piker? My issue with someone like Piker is when somebody is weaponizing people's views like the way he does, twisting facts, twisting truth, and you have over 1 million fucking people following you, that is someone that you need to be paying attention to. Revolutions that caused horrific things in the history of this country and other countries started with just people who had 100 idiots listening to them. When you have 30 to 50,000 per stream listening to this moron, that is some scary fucking shit when you think about it. Especially considering that this guy has gone violent multiple times. And now he's over there sitting there glazing up China and lying about it too, saying that, you know, China's pro-LGBT. No, they're not.
No.
Saying that, you know, they're so advanced in technology. Yeah, because they steal every patent known to existence and have child labor build them at 1/10 the fucking cost.
And if you don't believe that, just take a look at their military applications. They steal more American military applications and prototypes than you can shake a stick at.
So right here, the video we're kind of playing here, if you want to fast forward just a little bit, Shark, I just want to give him a little bit of credit. This is Decoy Voice. It's one of the videos I wanted to play while we're just kind of talking about these clout people and the crap that they're just lying and spreading to people. Like right here, he's in an Apple store there trying to talk about how much greater he's in a tech store that replicates an Apple store.
Yeah,
in these videos,
actual Apple.
Yeah, well, in these videos, like he's even gushing. They hand him a little his own little personal Mao book, the little red book, and you would have thought that he was going to cream himself right fucking there.
All right, I have to say that right there, that's kind of cool. I'll give him props. That's pretty freaking cool right there.
But we have that.
I know we do, but not on that scale.
But the thing is, who the fuck would want one? Why would you want, if you could have a physical keyboard of a laptop, want to be touching a touchscreen as a keyboard?
An digital artist who are not AI artists, because those are not artists at all.
Yeah, but they already have that. It's called the iPad Pro or the Microsoft Surface Pros.
Hey,
the only thing China has going for them is their gotcha games.
Oh, it's Huawei.
Okay, yeah, their gotcha games are pretty good, and I gotta say, I will hand the anime coming out of China. Some of it is pretty damn sick. They do have some things that are great, but when it comes to like the way they treat their people, the quality of life, all of that, it is nothing of what this asshat's glazing. And he's trying to tote it up as I've had this free trip to China to train. Dude, every video he's got 2 fucking handlers. Everywhere they're taking him is scripted. They probably even paid him to go.
Well, yeah. I mean, how else are you going to get the correct commentary?
I'm just so sick of this guy. I can't understand how half the crap this asshat has done and said has not gotten him in jail or kicked off or fucking sued. I would say the other, but I don't want the other to happen because then it just turn his little clout legion into a bunch of fucking martyr bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. But
however, though, I would love to see somebody, you know, just knock a few teeth out. You know, give him the whooping that his parents never gave him.
The sack of potatoes treatment.
No, he's not even worth a sack of potatoes. I think just a nice.
No, just drop it like one.
No. A nice firm handshake with a roll of quarters. Go old school. If you really want to go, if you want to go military old school,
bar of soap and a sock.
Bar of soap and a sack. Bolo his ass.
Hey, you gotta make sure you use Irish Spring, people. It's softer.
I mean, the poetic justice would be is to hook something around his neck and keep tasing his ass like he does his dog all the time.
Hey,
I forgot what group of streamers. There was a group of streamers that they bought the same model and were putting it around each other's necks and hitting it. And the look on their faces, like one guy was like, "Oh my God, holy hell!" Like he couldn't believe how bad it hurt. And then the guy looked at him, he goes, "Dude, I'm only at the middle setting." It's like, yeah. Now think about it. If you're a dog, what that feels like. But yeah, maybe one day we'll. I'm loving the fact that this is leading him to crash out all the fucking time. And when you start banning people that have been simping to your ass for 40 months, that sets a message to everybody with half a brain that why the fuck do I want to keep giving this asshole money?
Yeah. Hopefully it's the beginning of the fall.
That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping all this is the beginning of the fall because I'm waiting for it. I'm loving it. I'm hoping for it. It needs to happen. Just like when the lawsuit finally kicks on against those 3 bimbos who, you know, copyright infringed was it Ethan Klein, right? Yeah. He's going to win that, hands down.
Oh yeah. There's no way he can't.
And I hope it sends a shockwave through their whole little freaking LA. And it's funny.
I hope it sends a shockwave through the whole thing.
I think it's hilarious that all the people that protect and simp for this asshole, they're all the LA streamers. Go figure. The douchiest city on the planet has the douchiest streamers on the planet. Fucking hate LA. Hell, even Hollywood's like, we're sick of this shithole.
Sadly,
Yeah, aren't they moving to
all come
Texas?
Texas? Yeah.
That is supposed to be happening. Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson, a whole bunch of people have been.
Well, between that and
pushing
the
for the
stock
X-Men.
market that we have approved now, up in DFW area, they're going to be putting in a stock market.
That's right. I was hearing about that.
Mm-hmm.
You see, I'm just looking at something. Oh, no, that's not major news. That's bullshit. I figured out how to finally give tags for certain things, but then half of the things that send me, it's like, that's not new news. We talked about that shit a month ago. It's like, you mean I'm ahead of Gmail right now? What the fuck? Well, I was going to go a little long, but I think we've given this ass clown enough attention. So that kind of, if anybody's been wondering why I kind of went down the streamer rabbit hole, it's because people like that need to be watched.
They're dangerous.
Yeah. All it takes is one fucking radical. I mean,
well, it's because people like him hit the impressionable people. And instead of going out and double checking and looking and saying, hey, are these facts? They just take it at face value.
All right. To give kind of an example, an analogy and an example. There was a group of people. There were about only 100 of them. Maybe a little bit. My number might be off, but they weren't more than 100. And they had been left alone by everybody around them. Everybody in their community thought that they were just a bunch of dumbasses. They didn't pay much of a mind to them. They thought, they were a bunch of remnants of the hippy dippy dipwits, or they were trying to be hippy dippies. And the government, everybody ignored them until Oklahoma City happened. And that only took a group of 100 idiots to convince 2 psychotic idiots to do something that horrific. Now you're dealing with an asshole who streams 8 to 10 hours a day that you can watch anywhere in the fucking world. And over like 3 million fucking people follow his ass.
I mean, it just
That's
goes back
scary.
to if you're trying to get your news from YouTube or social media, any of these things, you are doing it wrong.
If
you're doing
you
it
are
wrong.
going to sit there and try to believe that the ideological necessities of socialism is going to work for you, but you're getting that advice from the son of a billionaire nepo little bitch who's never had to work a single fucking real job in his life, you're a dumbass.
That's it. If all you're doing is taking your information from any one single source, doesn't matter where you're getting it, you're also doing it wrong.
And shameless plug, check out Ground News if you really want to read the news.
I highly suggest First Alert.
And I will say this.
Hold on, Shark. What would you say, Walrus?
First Alert.
Yeah, both of those, because they
really like.
I really like Ground because of the fact that the blind spot section. It's amazing how many stories I've read about that both the major far and major left and major right aren't talking shit about at all. And I love the fact that when you do put in search, like you hear a story, just type in the title into search, and you'll see how everybody's fucking spinning it. And then it'll highlight all the shit that's actually real that any side's saying and what the shit they're not talking about. There are very few sites that do that anymore. I mean, that's honestly what Wikipedia was supposed to be until it got hijacked. And honestly, as much as people think he's the villain, that true freedom of information and freedom of the press was exactly what Julian Assange was all about. May not have gone about it the right way.
Yeah, what about it definitely the wrong way?
Well, the only wrong he did was he didn't redact names. That was it. He data dumped everything. And that burned a lot of undercover people. But at the same note of playing devil's advocate, the sensitivity of the other information in those data files, the American public needed to know, and the amount of time it would have taken him to redact it, it would have been too late. I mean, he literally exposed what the fuck the Patriot Act was doing to everybody.
Yeah, because up till that
The
point,
total
no one
invasion of privacy. Yeah, nobody was talking about it. Just like what Snowden did was technically legally not right, but he exposed a lot of bad crap on the back end go against American citizens that should have never been happening. So sometimes I hate to say it, you have to break the law to make the law itself tote the line it's supposed to stay on. So after all that seriousness, we're going to take a little bit of a funny break and hop into our segment called For the Lulz. Now, this time I'm going to warn the people watching. It's going to start mild, and it's going to get a little rowdy on the end. I have some less than moral ones that we're going to play with today. All right. Here we go. That's the first one. That's the lighthearted one. And here we go into the more risque ones.
I am the great Wizardio.
Beavis.
No, what would be hold on, I gotta think of a good one. A good take on Avada Cadaver.
Oh, like
Oh man. Extended schlongus. There you go.
I'm feeling called out.
Oh, you're gonna love the next one.
Oh yeah, I saw this. I saw this one last year.
That's pretty good. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, now we get to the fun one.
All the anime lovers right now, or hentai lovers, I should say. Tentacles.
I'm waiting for the look on this one.
Oh, that's messed up. I love that.
Oh, it's not the best one.
Yeah, I actually saw that one. That one right there falls in line with never pause a Disney movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that we got one more.
Wow. Wow.
I said I was going to get a little risque this one.
Oh, that's great. That is great.
Meme, but I never once thought that it was actually true. So he actually tried to run? Was it like at
yeah,
the
he tried to run and he lost. And the whole time he's half of his fucking meetings and shit, he's not fucking speaking any English at all. Like totally speaking his native language, trying to pull a fucking Dearborn, Michigan on everybody.
Well, you saw what happened in Dearborn recently. The far other side went off on him.
Oh, I know. That whole you're reading that, I don't ever care to go to Michigan.
Yeah, for real.
And that was long before any of this shit happened. I just have had that's one of those states that's like, I'll drive through, that's it.
I
hit a gas station at the border and then hit the toilet at the next border.
Right.
I'm driving all the way through.
They ain't got Buc-ee's. I ain't going.
And he said, tentacle hentai is rarer than you think.
Oh,
well, especially nowadays, it was big in the freaking 90s, man. There were tons of movies out of that shit in the 90s. All right, so now we're going to hop in. We've got good old Star Citizen. Yeah, we got 4.4 drops and brings the new system of Nyx to the verse, which all of us are going to have to hop on and go check out. Because from what I understand, Dig was did a live play the other day, and he was inside Laxski, or Lagski as everybody calls it. And apparently there's a whole bunch of shit for sale in the stores in there inverse that were originally only given out to subscribers at some point years ago. So
I think I've counted 5 new ships that are in.
So you have I'm trying to think
The Salvation.
We'll go to, let me see.
Hold on.
So you have the RSI Salvation, which is, I think, their mining vessel.
You have right here. Yeah, light
yeah.
salvage.
Yes.
Yeah. Hold on real quick. I'm gonna take that off. Yeah. All right.
Here, let me go back to
It's a
page
little
1.
hot
here.
under these lights.
Let me get back to page 1 and let's pull up the.
Well, no, I can tell you right now. So RSI was the first day was RSI, and they dropped the Salvation and the Perseus.
And this one.
Oh, both are flyable. Which one?
Our Astra? Our
yeah.
Astra?
Oh, the Arash. Yeah, that's no. Are you sure that one's out?
It's their centerpiece. That's their centerpiece today.
So that's a concept, and if I'm not mistaken, I think that's it's a heavy or medium fighter.
No, mining and refining.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's yeah, you're right. That's the mining. So they did Salvation, they did that one, and then they did the Perseus. The Perseus is flyable.
Yep.
I think the other 2 are concept only right now.
Where's this other one I
was
saw?
actually surprised how small inside the Perseus was for
Yeah.
what it is.
So here's your Clipper.
It's not big, but it's not small. So yeah, Drake. So basically, you had that. Then you had Origin Day, and I don't think there was much really. I haven't heard anybody talk about Origin at all. So I don't think there was anything big. Drake is today. So Drake is going on right now. So you have so go up. So
Origin has a couple of ground vehicles that came out.
Yeah, but yeah.
I'm pretty sure RSI is today, but Drake is also out.
No. RSI was day 1.
Was it?
RSI was on the 20. RSI was the first day.
It's weird.
So
It seems like
schedule
RSI
right now.
is
You got to remember,
it
it changes at the 11 o'clock for us every day.
Okay.
Well, every 2 days. So 20th to 21st was RSI. 21 to 22 was Origin. And Drake is 22 to 23rd. So Origin and Drake are going on at the same time, basically, which basically tells you Origin didn't really have anything new to actually put on the floor.
True.
So they put Drake, so Drake
there.
can take up the floor.
Same thing with Crusader and what's the alien one?
Well, there's 2 of them. You have so you have a Speria, which takes the alien ships and makes them for humans to be able to fly.
Yeah, not that one, the other one.
And then you have
the big blade one.
Cullen, the one that makes the Gatak, and the other one.
Yeah.
Or are you talking about Banu? Well, the Banu Merchantman is a solo thing by itself.
Not Banu.
The Vandul? Are you talking about the fighter? Those are all done through Speria, though. Oh, we'll figure it out in a second.
Yeah.
So Drake has the Clipper, which go ahead and Shark, go ahead and go up to the top.
Okay.
Go to main RSI.
Well, let's
not the store. Go to the main page of Robertson Space Industries. Now click IAE. Click that little blue box.
Struggling.
Wait for Shark's internet to connect.
Why is it not? Oh, it changed tabs. Never mind. My bad.
Okay. So what you're going to want to do is go up to schedule. Drake Interplanetary, just start scrolling down.
Yep.
Because the first thing So scroll down.
Yeah.
All right. So there you go. There's the Clipper. So the Clipper is a multi-use vehicle. Entity, you're right. No, the Perseus was changed to a gunboat. But originally the Perseus, when it was concept and I first bought it, back when it first dropped into concept, it was listed as a blockade destroyer. So it's basically meant to break blockades, which what a gunboat would do. So it's kind of the same thing. But yeah, no, they do classify it as a gunboat now. So you have the Clipper, which is basically your all-around thing. And if you look at if you look at the image there, this right here, that's the size of a human up to it. So it's a bigger ship than people thought at first. And this is, so what was it, 2 years ago when they showed the silhouettes of the ship and everybody was speculating on what was coming down the line? This is the one that had the wings going up. So it has deployable wings like the Corsair.
Yeah.
I watched a video of someone walking through it. I got to agree with Entity. It is it's an interesting ship. I could see a lot of potential out of it. It has a lot of cool little factors about it. It's all just going to be, how does it fly? And basically how does it fly and how much abuse can it take and how much abuse can it get back? Then you scroll down, you've got the Drake Golem, which that's basically a hauler. The Golem, if I'm not mistaken, I think is in concept. I don't think the Golem is out.
Flight ready.
It is? Okay.
Flight ready. I've got it pulled up on a separate page here.
Okay, so that means I should have one already sitting in my hangar then.
I think I'm going to get one of these, actually.
Well, how about you wait till we fly it first? You got to remember, liking and being functional are two different things.
Oh, no, I just want something that can haul bigger cargo that's not a Holla.
Okay, what I'm trying to think is there is one that they just did that's in concept. Okay, so you got the Caterpillar, Clipper is flyable. No, go through all the goddamn models, all the cutter models.
I think all theirs are out.
Yeah. Okay, so the Golem there's two variants apparently of the Golem. You have the Golem itself, which is the minor, and the Golem OX is a transport light freight. Okay, so that's why it's flyable. They basically took the Golem they already had and they changed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's me walking through the 400i going, man, this is a cool new ship. Completely forgetting that it was a thing.
One of the things that makes the Clipper awesome is that the other streamer noticed that yes, it does have a med bay.
Oh, really?
What is the level of the med bay? I haven't looked at it. It looks
Probably
like it's possibly, it looks like a simple tier 3. Then of course you've got the Ironclad and the Ironclad assaults, and then you still got the Krakens. Those are okay. So those are all so basically the only thing on the Drake lineup right now that's showing up in concept are the ones that still have always been the Iron.
Well, yeah, the Ironclad.
No. The concept ships are the Ironclad and the Kraken.
Yeah.
Which the Kraken is the only thing out of Drake that I don't have, and at the prices they want in it, I'm sorry, I don't give a shit to own it. Not at that price.
Yeah.
Let's see. Origin, Jumpworks. I'm going to scroll through real quick.
Well, the Kraken's their giant aircraft carrier, right?
Yeah, the Kraken. Well, there's two different variants of the Kraken. Yeah, the Kraken and the Kraken Privateer. I always wanted the Privateer. But yeah, it's basically a carrier. Well, it is a carrier. 315, 329. These are all the normal ones from Origin. Let's see here.
So I don't know if it was just my rig or what, but the shuttle from what was it, Orson? Is that where they're doing it all at?
Yeah, it is at Orson. Real quick, the ones you're talking about that you were talking about, the concept vehicles from Origin that are all in concept, Shark. Those were released. Those were released a while ago. They're not new. They were released right in concept when the X1 became in concept, and the X1 actually came out.
Oh, you talking about those the ground vehicles that I was talking about, the G12s? Yeah,
there's a luxury transport, a military transport variant, and then a racer.
Yeah,
that seems to be all that is. Walrus, I understand you being lured to the 400i. It is a beautiful ship. I have it. Dude, the 400i has always been a great looking ship. It's just they've never utilized it. It's one of those that if they ever get their asses in gear and give us contracts that allow us to transport luxury clientele to one planet to another, that's where that ship and the 890 and the 600 are going to come in. Well, 600 I've never cared for. The 600 literally just looks like a marshmallow flying through the air.
Yeah.
But the 400i has such a unique look. In fact, the 400i right there in the front nose.
That's my favorite part. How
it gives me catamaran vibes.
Let me show this real quick here.
It really does give me catamaran vibes.
Yeah, I can see that. I can a lot.
Okay.
So-
Come say hi to your adoring fans.
So I don't know why it's showing it real small, but the front nose right there, that part that protrudes and extends down, that's where the X1 land vehicle, it was designed to park into that. In fact, in concept, when they first released it, you were supposed to get both, and that never fucking happened. Instead, they sold it by itself.
But yeah, was it just me, or did the shuttle from Orson take like 5 minutes to get to IAE?
It took about 140 for me, but then again, when I went on, there wasn't a whole lot of people fighting it on it. But yeah, every time they've ever done anything using that event center, it takes a little while.
Well, yeah, they've got a lot of moving parts in that area, more so than some of the other locations.
I mean,
okay, so
fantastic.
23rd and 24th is Apoa. That's one of the alien fighter the things. Then you got Banu is going to be, so on the 23rd to 24th, you got Apoa, Banu, Asperia, Gadak, and Gray's Market. Gadak is the one you're probably thinking of. That's the one that remember the ship that I have that it lands like this and it takes off like this, and you're sitting like this in the pilot seat.
The Sullen or whatever.
That's the Gadak Sullen. So yeah, basically on the 23rd to the 24th, it's all the alien manufacturers and Gray's Market, which that should be the interesting one because we already have the Shiv in universe to fly and play with. And that is the first ship from Gray's Market. That's like the only one anybody's seen, but it's rumored that there's supposed to be like 2 more. And then you have the Kruger Intergalactic. On 24th to 25th is going to be Kruger, Mirai, Misk. Then, of course, Anvil will follow the next 2-day slot after that. Then you have Greycott, Argo, Consolidate after them. Crusader and Tumbril after that. And then, of course, Aegis, as always, is going to be the last. What I'm trying to remember is Aegis, Crusader, Anvil, and Kruger. I think all of those have had ships that were still in concept. And a few of them last show, I want to say they said they were out of the gray box phase. So we may actually see floor models of some of those.
Surprises this time.
Possibly. And then, of course, you close out with the best in show. What did you put here? The amount of Perseus that were at the expo, I counted 30 of them.
Well, yeah, the new hotness.
Well, yeah,
Exactly.
It's because you can fly it for free right now. You can rent it for free during the show. And there were a lot of us that had it in concept. So the minute the patch note dropped, it's sitting in all of our hangars. I haven't taken mine out yet. I just went to the show just to check things out because I wanted to see the show. And then Shark and I had to take care of some stuff IRL. And so I never hopped back on. I'm definitely going to hop on tomorrow just to fuck around and fly around.
Yeah.
But yeah, AIE, we're not even halfway through it, so already there's been some interesting turnarounds and some crazy things. Right now, the one that I'm loving is, let me see here. Let me see if I can bring it up. I went to the first day of IE. They actually had it on the floor, and I'm in love with the new Kruger. So you've got the L-21 Wolf is the one that I already have. So what they had on the floor.
There you go. There, right here. Pop it up.
Hold on. Let me remove mine. The L-22 Alpha Wolf. A larger version of it. Faster, bigger engines. Probably bigger guns. And I love how the L-21 flies. That thing is a fighter dream. Ship. Pretty much. They're fun. They are fast, dude. And when you start them up, the engine fucking sound is sweet. And how you load into it is you actually
step on the wing.
Step on from the back of the wing. You climb across the wing and jump into the cockpit.
Oh, like an F-14.
Yep. And the minute you sit in the cockpit, the guns you see out of the side come up out of the side and spin up.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's got some good animation, some really good design to it. I really think they outdid themselves on that one. So, but that's it for IAE for right now. We'll probably have more to talk about next show because it'll be over and done with, and we'll see all the things that actually come out and all of which rumors are true, which rumors aren't. And hopefully before then, just a couple of us will get on and stream 4.4 and actually have some gameplay to talk about. There's still a lot of shit I haven't even fucked with. And of course, none of us have been to Nyx yet. So that's definitely, that reminds me of the Imperial Eagle from Elite Dangerous, kind of, sort of. To me, it actually has very, very Naboo fighter vibes from Star Wars.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Especially when it's in the metallic, the chromed up paint.
But you were talking about some of Dig's videos earlier, and I watched one this past week on the engineering role, and that has me real excited as a non-flying individual. That actually wants to do crew-based stuff. Like that's going to be incredible. I'm incredibly hyped.
It's going to be interesting to see how it pans out, and if it pans out the way they're showing it for someone that wants to do it, it's going to keep you busy.
Yeah.
And it's going to keep you busy to where when all hell breaks loose, you're probably going to need backup back there very quick to put out fires while you're repairing shit. I'm all for it. I want more realism in it. I want the day where people can be trying to board my ship and I can kill the gravity and open every airlock and flush them fuckers out into the void.
That'd be great.
Especially wait till they don't have their helmets on. or they're
ready
dumb enough
run.
to board without a helmet.
I'm ready to run all kinds of crews and stuff in there. Like, you got your whole engineering team. You got your logistics team. You got, screw it. Your
and the minute
team.
we get to these
Star Trek.
Oh yeah, the minute you get these bigger capital ships, you're going to have to. You experienced when we ran around the Idris. That is literally going to take a full of crew of people to operate that thing to its effectiveness. Yeah. Like right now, you can get off with a minimal amount of people, but once they bring all that into gear, no, the Idris is going to take what it's like where it says, what is it, like a 8 to 10 crew? It's going to take that 8 to 10 to run it properly. Mm-hmm. That's what I like about the Perseus. The Perseus is designed, I think, to like a 4 or 5, 6 max, something like that. It's not a big crew. I want the day where I can truly act like a fuel rat.
Nice.
No, it's going to be fun, NST. I'm looking forward to it. I just want Squadron 42 to come out because that's going to draw so many people into the game. And I'm going to love it when this game just keeps growing and we finally get out of the alphas and into the first beta, because then all the it's a scam people are just going to be like, shit. Like the minute they drop 42, half of those people that say it's a scam and see that game, and if it looks the way we've seen it, they're not going to have anything to talk about anymore. They're not going to be able to talk shit.
Moon picked it up. He was able to do a trade with someone to get it. And
to get what?
Squadron 42.
He should have already had it.
Yeah, it should have been with the purchase of your first
Squadron
ship.
42 comes with any starter ship.
Maybe not back when he bought it. I don't know.
It came with all of them. Like even back to the Kickstart days.
He was saying that he didn't have it, and so he had the opportunity to get it, and he did.
Oh, that's weird.
Crew is 7 and 1.
Yeah, I just saw. Yeah. 7. Well, it has 7 crew beds and 1 captain's bed. So yeah, it's meant to have a max crew of 8, but it can operate the way it's standing right now with 4 or 5. So you'll have the pilot / captain can dual role. One on each major, two gunners, so one person each on the big turrets. One person on the remote turrets. And then when engineering comes into play, at least one person in engineering. So you could do it with 5. Optimal, though, have all 8.
For sure. In engineering, you're going to get swamped real quick.
Yeah. I'm just curious to see the defensive capabilities. The damn thing has 6 point defense weapons. And since point defense weapons actually work now, that's going to be pretty interesting. That's a fuck ton of point defenses for not that big of a ship. Considering I think Perseus only has maybe 8. Yeah, Perseus doesn't have as many point of defenses for a ship as big as it should have. But it's going to definitely be interesting. So, all right, we're going to hop into right now our main one for the night, which is Stargate's back. And this is not rumor mill. This dropped from Prime Video's own page. Along, not only is it back, it is back with all of the OG original creators.
Oh, wow. That's
Torpedoes are not something to laugh at. No, torpedoes, period, right now in the game are not something to laugh at. It's somebody who knows how to aim them and how to use them. They are highly effective now, especially the really, really big ones. Especially in little...
to get them.
Yeah, but you didn't even need the really, really big ones. Now that stealth is working the way it should, the Eclipse is going to become the Eclipse and the Firebird are very dangerous ships now.
Especially against capitals. You get a couple of those.
That's what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, but against even a squadron of fighters, the Firebird is going to be a very deadly adversary. I mean, it is small. It doesn't leave that much of a signature. When you run it with stealth, it almost has no signature at all. And it is the only ship in the verse that it can get a lock on you. And if it has all of its bays ready to fire, you've got a volley of 6 size 2s coming at your ass. So it could go with all 6, go stealth again and hop the fuck out of there. And you're going to be busy just trying to lose those fucking things, especially if they're the electromagnetic ones. You're fucked. Now that missiles actually work. Unlike the day before where you could fire a volley of 3 and you just see 1 hit and the other 2 are like, what the fuck was that supposed to be doing?
They were like World War II U.S. torpedoes.
So where's the pigeons? If you know, you know.
Yep.
All right, so let me bring this same one up here. All right, so the other day, and we're going to play the video next, I just wanted to show this article. So veteran Stargate writer, producer Martin Garrow created the show and will helm it as an executive producer showrunner. Fellow alums Brad Wright and Joseph Malozzi, who were basically big in creating the universe and the canon of all of the original and the spinoffs, are also coming back at the helm. A surprise twist, Stargate's original creators, the creators of the movie, Dean Devlin and Roland Emmerich, the teams that gave us Stargate and Independence Day, have signed on as executive producers along Safe House Pictures, Joby Harold and Toby Turrell, the people that did Obi-Wan Kenobi and Monarch Legacy of Monsters. So they have a hell of a team already set to do this thing. And then they've got the almighty bankroll of Prime powering it. And they have cleared up a few things. It is not a reboot. It is a brand new chapter. It's its own unique chapter in the Stargate universe, and it is taking place right now. So in a sense, in canon timeline, 15 years after the very last episode of SG-1 is where this continues on from.
I mean, it's nice to know they're not going around retconning all kinds of shit like every other series is doing.
Yeah. So Garrow, to give you a little bit of history of him, Garrow was first hired as a staff writer for Stargate Atlantis and rose through the ranks to executive producer while penning episodes like Duet, Be All My Sins Remembered, Sunday, and First Contact. He also wrote for a handful of SG-1 episodes and a pair of Universe episodes. Then he directed several episodes of Atlantis. So this guy started out as a writer, was so good at what he did, became an executive producer and a damn director. Worked on everything in the series.
I mean,
so
Atlantis was my favorite by far.
Which one?
Atlantis.
Oh, I'm a purist. SG-1 all the way.
Mine is SG-1, Atlantis is third, Universe was second.
Yeah,
Universe, I don't think they knew how to put it. I think their timing for Universe was off. Universe should not have come out with SG-1 still going on and Atlantis still going on. They should have ended Atlantis and brought out Universe right at the end of SG-1, because the story of Universe could have done at least 2 to 3 more seasons to fill the void to whatever this was going to be.
Oh, I started out of order. I started with Atlantis because I didn't know any better. I started with it. I watched it. I'm like, okay, I need to know more. And so I started back from the beginning and went through. And so I don't know, maybe I got a soft spot for it. Maybe I just like the fact that it wasn't as old. It was using slightly better technology. And well, if you know me, it's if it was before the 90s, I typically shit on it just because of the technology of its time. And color me the asshole.
Yeah, but the 90s were great for sci-fi.
There are still unanswered questions of Atlantis that they could go into. There are still major unanswered questions of the crew of the Destiny. So I'm just hoping when this show gets off and running, we get some answers to some of that. Don't leave that hanging. In fact, I'd love for give us a conclusion to Destiny. Let us know what happens to the ship, or give us a situation where they could finally get them home and the ship's destroying itself and they have to. Because I would love to see more of the characters from Universe. There were several great actors with very well written roles in Universe. Majorly Robert Carradine. I mean, Jesus Christ. That's what blew my mind when Universe first came out. I was like, okay, SG-1 had a heavy hitter with Richard Dean Anderson. Everybody remembered him from MacGyver. Everybody remembered him from the Canadian shows. The guy had acting chops. He had experience. And that helped lead him. Just like Atlantis had the one that played the female leader, the one that ran the base. She, as an actress, had a lot of good, roles behind her. She had experience. You had carryover characters like McKay and some of the other people that people liked from SG-1. But Universe didn't really have anybody new. It was all new crew, all new cast. You just had every once in a while when they would contact Earth or switch bodies with the Stones, where you would see people like McKay again, or Edward James Olmos's character, not Edward James Olmos, John Leguizamo's character. No, not like Leguizamo. Well, who the fuck am I thinking of? He played in the movie La Bamba. Anyway, you had him, and you would see some of the SG-1 people when they would swap, but for the most part, it was all brand new people. But out of nowhere, one of their lead antagonists and main characters is Robert Carradine. This is a guy who has a history in UK cinema he is a heavy hitter. He is a major method actor. I mean, he played one of the best roles I've ever saw growing up, which was Begbie in Train Spotting. I mean, this guy was a well-established actor. For them to get him was a shocker. I mean, let's face it, every role he's ever been in he carried Train Spotting. Other than it was him and Ewan McGregor that carried that movie, because every scene Begbie was in, he stole it. And then not only to mention that, he gave us the Dark One in Once Upon a Time. And he played that role perfectly. I mean, the guy just can get into whatever role you get him. By the way, I watched The Sphere. It was interesting. Like I said, The Sphere is a very weird one. Even if you read the book, it's one of the more in-depth stories Michael Crichton ever did. Like it's very, very in your face with the technology and the mysticism of the science and stuff around it. But the movie was pretty good. It was pretty good. But if you thought the movie was interesting, try read. The book is way better. It really is. There really haven't been a whole lot with Crichton that carries over. So you got the video pulled up for the Stargate, so we can just give the vibe that everybody's getting. Like, I like the answers they gave. Like, they hinted that old characters, we will see some of them again, that nothing is off the table, and you can just see the passion. I mean, they did something unheard of when they announced this. They had the two biggest YouTube channels, Gate World and the other guy, right there with them for the announcement, which nobody's done that before. And they even admitted it. For 15 years, you guys have kept the light on. You've kept the community going with hope. And it's only because the fact that Amazon saw that there is still a huge amount of people that want more of this, that, you know, it was a plausible idea.
Do you think they're going to give them cameos or something? Obviously not with their actual faces, but
What do you mean?
like the streamers that they were bringing in.
I wouldn't put it past him, but I know that there are quite a few of the alums that would probably show up again. I mean, I'm pretty sure they could convince Richard Dean Anderson at least a few times. I know the one that, you know, Carter will show up a few times.
Yeah.
Michael Shanks will show up. Christopher Judd will show up, just not in the same scene together because they fucking hate each other. Guys, get over it. I don't know what bullshit caused that, but fucking come on. Every convention on the planet has just wanted one night with all you fuckers together to get a photo op.
Never again.
Yeah. All right. Full screen it and go ahead and start this one.
What are you smiling at?
It's finally happened and it's official. After nearly 15 years, Stargate is coming back to the small screen, and the news is as good as we could hope for.
Well, you got to open big, catch people's attention, make them think the whole thing is going to be jam-packed.
I love jam.
If you've been following our channel as huge Stargate fans, you know we've been fighting to bring Stargate back with co-creator Brad Wright for more than 6 years now. From the collapse of the Stargate Command website to covering the secret Brad Wright MGM meetings, helping push the Stargate Twitter storms, and even creating the Save the Gate petition, we've been passionately fighting to bring one of the greatest science fiction TV shows ever back from oblivion. From the sale of MGM to Amazon and the secret backroom deals that nearly saw the Expanse creators launching Stargate, to working with Amazon and MGM insiders who also wanted to see Stargate come back under the original team, we've been fighting the good fight every step of the way. And with today's Amazon announcement, let me just say, the fight has been worth it. Who is the showrunner? Are they preserving canon? Will any of the old cast be involved? And most importantly, is Brad Wright involved?
You tell
That was
them,
one of my most
if they don't
favorite
like
episodes
it,
right there.
I'm going to take it somewhere
Where
else.
he yells at,
We
"What are
have
you doing,
all the
Colonel?
details,
In the middle
so
of my
you don't want to miss this
backswing."
episode. And if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please
That's like
do so now.
one of my other
and
favorite
give us a
ones
thumbs
is,
up if you
pause
want
it real
more.
quick. Do either one of y'all remember the episode where O'Neill is switching places with the normal guy, and that's when they find out about the stones being able to switch someone's body, and the guy's he keeps switching bodies with this guy who's a barber, and the barber starts seeing all their missions, like he sees Daniel die, and he basically loses his mind about it. And at the end of the episode, they're like, "So wait a minute, you've been seeing all of our missions and seeing everything that Jack's been through." And they look over at Jack and they go, "So you never thought to tell anybody that you've been seeing the life of a barber every time you go to sleep?" And he's just like, he looks over at the guy. Well, they ask him, "Have you seen any of him?" And he just looks over at the guy with the smile and goes, "Softball every weekend. You got a hell of a swing." And they all just look at him like, "You ever thought for years to tell people you've been seeing this guy's life?" That's one thing I loved about the O'Neill character. I mean, he played it perfectly. He really did. All right, could go ahead and get it going.
Honest pop culture like this. And stay tuned to the end to see how to get this awesome Stargate-inspired design from the amazing artists at mixtees.com.
Can you reverse the polarity?
I'll do my best.
Firebase is evolving to help
You don't have free YouTube, do you? You're on
you
free
make your app
YouTube.
the best it can be with generative AI.
Come
We
on,
offer-
fuck your generative
The
AI.
long wait is over. New Stargate will be streaming thanks to Amazon MGM Studios, and episodes will air on Prime Video. Stargate veteran Martin Garo will serve as the executive producer and showrunner for the new series, which will be a new chapter
blows me
for
away,
the
man. They
franchise,
got every
but retain
heavy hitter
all
from
of
the original back when it comes to producers, writers, directors. That tells you something when a whole bunch of heavy hitters want to come back to something that they haven't done for 15 years and still have the same passion, same energy, and same love for it. You're muted again.
Yes, I am. Was there any 90s sci-fi thing that Robert Picardo was not in?
No, I'm going to go ahead and remove that video just because that's kind of not the one I thought it was. That's more of the pop culture show. So if anybody wants to check it out, just go to Prime Video's YouTube channel, and they actually have the release where they talk about it. No, Picardo dude, as much as I love the man, and he's done some roles that I really do love, like I found out the other day he was the male alien in Explorers, which I thought that was Howie Mandel, but it's actually Robert Picardo. The man will just take a paycheck for anything, sadly.
Him and Jonathan Franks.
I mean, yeah, but at least Franks is enjoyable in everything he does.
Oh, speaking of,
hold on real quick. He doesn't sign on to questionable roles like Starfleet Academy. Yeah.
No, he signs on to he signs on to
he does more voiceovers for everything than anything else.
I was gonna say he did that one we just watched, The Mighty Nine. He's in that.
Yeah, he plays the
lead monk.
Yeah. No, I knew that a minute. The minute the monk spoke, I was like, oh, that's Jonathan Frank. I don't even need to look it up. I know that voice. I listened to the entire Star Trek cast as fucking cartoons in the cartoon Gargoyles growing up.
Yep. I forgot all about that.
Is that them?
Yeah.
Dude, Gargoyles had everybody. Marina Sirtis, Jonathan Franks, Michael Dorn, Brent Spiner. The one that played Taja Yar did voices in it. The only person that didn't do a voice in it was Patrick Stewart. Not because they didn't ask him or he didn't want to, because he was doing shit on Broadway at the time.
Mm-hmm.
He had too much on his plate.
Okay. Oh, that's awesome. I love that show.
He's retired. Rightfully so, man. The fucker's what, in his 90s now?
Yeah.
I can't believe he's that old, man. He doesn't look it.
Who?
You look at people. Patrick Stewart.
98?
Dude, both Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen do not look how their age represents at all, compared to people that are around them that are in their 70s and look like they're already in death's door.
Yeah, Stewart's 85.
85. Okay.
Yeah.
It's McKellen. McKellen is in his 90s, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Sir Ian McKellen, I think he's like, what, 92, 91?
He is 86.
Okay, wait a minute. Which one out of their crew was in his 90s? There was somebody like out of that group that was
Christopher Lee? No, he's
dead. Christopher Lee's dead.
Yeah, hold on.
He passed away a while ago. Believe me, I knew when he passed away. I am kind of named. I am kind of named after the guy. I mean, that is my first name and my middle name. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Hey, you want to talk about a versatile actor? That guy played everything.
He was
from Dracula to literally, he played every type of major role type you could think of.
Well, he was also one of the real people who inspired the battle. No, not Bond. Well, actually, yeah, kind of, but the Ungentlemanly Warfare. What's the?
You're talking the MI6 operative group. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he was basically the inspiration for that. Yeah, he was a badass.
No. Hey, there was a meme a while back where it talked about like everything Christopher Lee did. Like they used that example. You want to know about a real badass, and it listed all his roles and then all his real life accomplishments. Just like, I mean, just think about it. How many other actors can you say played a spy, Dracula, a Sith Lord. I mean, the Dark Wizard.
I was about to say.
Jesus, the dude played everything.
And there was
he'll always be Dooku to me.
Well, there was a point where I remember seeing this about him, where they wanted him to scream like he was dying, and they gave him some kind of like cue. And he's like, "That's not how a man dies when he. That's not how he sounds when he's dying."
I remember that interview. Yeah, we've been talking about that. Yeah,
and it's just like, ooh.
Yeah, it's like you're asking somebody who heard people go through that.
Yeah, who caused that?
Yeah,
in person. Oh,
so but yeah, Stargate is back. No more rumors. No more hoping that it'll happen. Now that the universe, Firefly will never happen. Firefly will never happen because Josh Whedon owns the rights to all of it, and nobody wants to touch him with a 10-foot fucking pole, all because of the Me Too bullshit. Which right now, I'm going to say it right now. I don't give a fuck about any of that crap anymore. The man wrote good shit. Give us some good shit.
I'm sorry. The Me Too movement.
Well, the whole thing was about how he didn't actually, from what I understand, if I listen, because I've read all the stories and listened to all the major people talk about like the downfall of Whedon. It was about how he acted and treated people. From what I understand, he actually never did physical cross the line with anyone. He was just an asshole.
Oh,
like,
no, what?
It worked people to the bone.
What I was getting at was it wasn't hashtag Me Too.
Okay.
It was pound Me Too.
No.
That's a pound sign, people. That's a pound sign.
Yeah.
Not a hashtag. It's pound sign.
Yeah. Well, the whole point is, as bad as he got blacklisted, there were way people worse, like Weinstein, who went on for a long fucking time and nothing happened to. This man, there is not a show that he touched that you cannot watch and say it wasn't written brilliantly. The characters were not portrayed perfectly. The man knew how to write characters. He knew how to build worlds. And that's something they don't fucking have anymore. All these other writers that they have now are dog shit. They're trying so hard to do what he did effortlessly. From Buffy to Angel to Firefly to Jesus Christ. The first Avengers film was him.
I didn't realize that bit.
Yeah, that was Whedon wrote the whole damn thing. Yeah, that was Whedon. That's why it was so good. That's why everything after was kind of a slow decline, because after they lost him, they couldn't continue the bar he set with that very first one. That's when they brought in Feige and all the other what was it, the Russo brothers.
Yeah, he did. He also did Age of Ultron.
Yeah,
but he also did Dollhouse.
Well, Dollhouse was an amazing series.
Yeah,
the only reason
Justice League.
Dollhouse. I think it was the Justice League cartoon. Dollhouse was undone for two reasons. One, the timing slot of the show. It was up against a lot of shit. And two, the drama in and around filming and dealing with Elisa Dushku. Because she is notoriously a nightmare to work with.
Well, here you go, Walrus. He also did Titan AE and Atlantis.
Yep.
Well, those are both. I mean, I think I put both of them in my list.
Yeah, those were both in your list.
Yeah.
Yep, that's why it's a.
But it also hurts.
Agents of
he did, like you said, he did Ultron, and I felt like that was almost the worst of the series that was done. And that's just me. It could be the fact that it was timeline or that story. I don't know. I've never given two shits about Ultron. I think that Sokovia getting dropped off the face of the earth was a good thing. I mean, shit.
We're not going to get into fantasy politics.
No. The Empire did nothing wrong, damn it.
Vader was a savior.
He was just grieving his wife.
Get this. All right. Well, more things to come. We'll talk more about Stargate the more that comes out with it. We'll talk more about IAE when it comes out of it. Before we wrap this show up for the evening, we got some trailers to watch. So let's get into the trailers. All right. So the first one we got here. Let's see here. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do, you piece of crap. All right. I don't know why it's not allowing me to go out of.
That's also not what
there.
That's not what I'm sharing either.
I'm the one doing these, remember?
Oh, okay.
But what I'm trying to figure out is why. Go ahead and remove yours. It might be glitching over on it.
Sounds
There,
like a
try that.
issue.
Okay, now let's see here.
Easy there, Walrus.
Hey, I got nothing to do, all right? I'm just here and I'm to be color commentary.
Okay, there we go. That's better. All right, so first on the plate tonight is the new trailer dropped for Return to Silent Hill.
James, so much time has passed, but I'm asking to please come back to our special place. Something's happened. Love, Mary.
Hello? Can anyone hear me?
Everyone got sick in Silent Hill.
Something's happened here. Something really, really bad.
What you're doing, it won't be enough to save her.
You did it, didn't you, Jimmy? You woke him up.
No one said it would be easy.
I'm here. I'll always be here.
Oh, wow, that's actually a lot sooner than I thought.
Sooner, and it's actually I'm kind of looking forward to it. I'm liking the vibe on it right now so far. I'm actually looking forward more to that than I did the second of the last ones they made. The first Silent Hill live action they made was okay, but the second one was, yeah. Like the only reason people went and saw the second one is because, oh my God, Pyramid Head's in it. And that was it.
I don't even like this genre, and that seemed actually interesting.
Yeah. I think it has good potential. Hopefully they'll release a few more trailers or a few more things to hop in on it, and we'll get to be able to check those out. But yeah, it shocked me that it's coming around the corner too. Then again, sometimes it's a good thing when they wait that long to release a trailer finally. So next one we got is a weird one that came across my feed with Sam Rockwell. And I've always liked Sam Rockwell. I think he's another one of those underrated actors that has done some pretty crazy and out there roles. And this one looks like it's going to be another one. So this was called Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die.
Hey! This isn't a robbery! I am from the future! And all of this goes horribly wrong. I come from a future which is totally, completely fucked. And I'm here to set it right.
Are any of you even listening to me?
You look homeless, bro. Fuck you two. I come from a nightmare apocalypse. This is the height of fucking fashion.
dealing with doesn't interface with reality.
AI? Isn't that a thing already?
It gets a lot worse, honey.
Who's joining me? Who's ready to save the future? The revolution begins tonight!
Good luck, have fun, don't die.
Excuse me?
I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's a really weird night.
All right, what do y'all think about that one?
February. I like it. Looks good.
Yeah, I'm in. Let's go.
So I'm saying that show is just like, okay, that looks like it could be dumb as shit. But I'm gonna have fun watching it.
That's also Friday the 13th. I thought so. That's my oldest birthday, Friday the 13th.
Before we move on to the next one, there was that scene there at the end that had the like, I think it was Little Debbie or somebody that had the little snowball.
Oh yeah, it was a Twinkie and a snowball.
Yeah, the snowball. So a funny story growing up, they around Halloween time on the box, they would put little jack-o'-lanterns on it. At least on the box. Well, being like 6-year-old Walrus, I'm like, that's the coolest shit ever. I want them. I want them bad. Finally bugged Mom long enough that she actually got me some. Just to open them up and then not have fucking jack-o'-lanterns on it. Not even be orange. And I'm like, this is bullshit. And parents were like, hey, you should write a strongly worded letter at 6-year-old you to this company and tell them how upset you were. And out of just spite, I'm like, all right, I'm going to do it. And those were like the two things I hated doing. Reading and writing letters. Couldn't stand it. So I did it. I don't know, months go by and it's like almost, I think it's almost summer break at this point. And I get a message back from them. Of course, at the time, not doing internet shit, it was actually a letter and a box. And I'm like, oh shit, there's a box? I open up this letter and they're like, hey, we're sorry that we did you wrong, essentially. Here, have a bunch of snowballs. And it was just this big ass case of like hundreds of these things. And I'm just like, oh shit. They're just like, here, have some. Sorry. None of them have jack-o'-lanterns, but here's a bunch of freebies. And so now I'm just like going around school, throwing these marshmallow coconut covered things at people. Just like running around and be like, and you get a snowball and you get a snowball. It's like the freaking Oprah snowballs.
Is it funny that like every time I hear or see a snowball, my brain instantly goes to Zombieland? Goddamn fucking snowballs. Don't get me wrong, it's not flavor. It's a fucking consistency.
But that was Walrus's rant about snowballs.
Well, it was back in the day when actually writing letters would achieve something.
Yep.
A lot of people I knew would write companies and get stuff like that sent to them. Nowadays, they don't give a shit unless you got a following online and you can create a big enough stink, and even then you'll be lucky if you get a fucking apology. But that's pretty fucking cool. I remember when they did the fucking marketing with those. You're right. Yep. The funny thing is the only, other than Reese's, because they actually did them in the shape of a jack-o'-lantern, and they still do. The only one I can remember that actually did one where the packaging matched what was on the outside, matched the product, was for a little while there. They made the candy corn and the jack-o'-lanterns out of the same material that they make Peeps out of.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, I think it was the same company that makes Peeps. Hey, I didn't say eat the Peep thing. We used to just stick them in the microwave and take bets on how big it would get before it would fizzle out and fry. Well, no, sometimes they don't pop. Sometimes they turn it into molten shit, and then you're like, all right, who's cleaning the microwave?
Yeah.
And then you wonder why would anyone eat these? Because after they melt, you get this nice. I just smell like burning plastic now. I thought this was supposed to be sugar.
All
right, next one.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, you're good. Next one we got coming on. This was actually thanks to Shark for actually telling me that it was even happening, because I had forgot that a long time ago I had heard rumors about this, but didn't even know that a trailer was out. So the next one we're going to be checking out is The Hunger Games: Sunrise of the Reaping. See, I thought Hunger Games was dead after that Songbirds and Snake with
dude, that was horrible.
Rachel Tard Zegler epically bombed. I mean, the only thing that saved that movie and made it halfway bearable was fucking Peter Dinklage. And the fact that you were actually getting Snow's story. And I was kind of curious to see what turned him into the person we know that he becomes, in the later stories. So this one is actually telling the story of Seamus, Woody Harrelson's character from the Hunger Games, and how he won the game. So this is his story of being in the games as a teenager.
He was like the first winner, or I forget.
No,
winner
he
for
was
12.
First winner for District 12, and I think what was it, 50th Hunger Games or something, or 30th Hunger Games?
50th.
Welcome, Panem, to the glorious reaping of District 12.
The weird thing is, like Shark and I looked at, there's a lot of heavy hitters in this one, but the lead playing the Seamus character, never heard of him.
Nobody.
Which might be a good thing.
Twice the glory. It's time for the second quarter quell. Let the 50th Hunger Games begin!
That's right, because when we see the Katniss Everdeen storyline, that's what, the 47th Hunger Games or something like that, right? Or I mean 74th Hunger Games?
74th.
Yeah. Should be interesting to see how Ralph Fiennes takes on Snow.
I think these games are going to be different.
So a year from now.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we get like I said, this I think is just technically the teaser trailer. So I'm kind of interested. I like the Seamus character. I kind of want to see what turned him into the alcoholic, cynic asshole. And we also get to see the rise of the chick that was kind of their guide and everything. I can't remember what her character's name was. But remember, she and him had known each other since these games.
Oh, yeah.
It was Parker
starts with a T.
It was Parker Posey playing her, right?
Yeah. It started with a T.
Yeah, it's a weird name. That's why I can't remember.
Yeah, Trinket.
No. It wasn't
something like that.
So yeah, it's definitely an interesting one. It's definitely sparked my interest. I will say that.
Okay, hopefully it'll actually be good as opposed to the last one.
F.E. Trinket. Elizabeth Banks.
That's right, because he called her Trini.
Yeah.
Wait, is Elizabeth Banks that played her?
Elizabeth Banks.
That's right, it was her. Damn. Yeah, like I said, they picked a storyline that I can get into in a sense that it's a character I wanted to know more about from the original ones anyway. But yeah, anything's gonna be better than that last one. That last one was just
True.
Well, the story that they did in it would have been better if it had been done in 2 films. They tried to cram so much into one fucking movie.
And the plot holes were ridiculous too.
Well, plot holes were ridiculous. It was just bad execution all around. That is one that I really cannot blame on Zegler, because there was no bad PR about it. She didn't open up her fucking mouth like she did with Snow White. She was generally in interviews grateful for being in a major role because she had just done West Side, so the ego had not kicked in fully yet. And their marketing for it was good, and they had good cast. It was just a bad execution, bad editing, bad execution, too many plot holes. So yeah. So next one we got is an interesting one. I don't know really where to put this one. If it's like more of a drama or a drama, dark comedy. But I've always liked Kevin Bacon, and this one just seemed interesting for some reason. So it's kind of out of the realm of this is a different type of trailer for a different type of movie than we've ever discussed on this one. So I just want to get your thoughts on this one.
Hey, Copper,
What do you want with me anyhow?
you got this hot old guy thing going and it turns me on.
Try to relax. Yeah, I might have to wait until your fist is out of my goddamn.
Dad, why are you taking these?
Before you lecture me, you start taking care of yourself, huh?
I am not on drugs, Dad. I do drugs. There's a difference.
Do I have cancer?
These tests can't tell me that.
Is that normal? Nothing for a female doctor to...
Male gynecologists treat women, right?
You go to a male gynecologist?
No. My husband, Warren, he's entering a phase of cognitive decline.
Did she bring the dessert menu?
Warren, not our table.
Not?
No.
With the big age difference, you didn't think in 20, 30 years.
I wasn't doing the math. You want to abandon their car in front of my house? Finding a dead body or something.
Take care of me, I'll take care of you, huh?
Sounds like a win-win relationship.
My first ever. Still waiting on that photo. You look very smart.
Hanging up.
Look, I definitely would have sought you out.
What, to do your homework? I made a beautiful child. Never even made one of those. Nothing to show for my stupid life. I can't crash a wedding.
This is CJ.
So nice to meet you both.
Hi. You have a tattooed baby girlfriend.
She's not my girlfriend.
So what? So what? We became friends, but I let it get too far.
That's quite a nifty one.
Someone who's up in age, Judd Hirsch. God damn, that guy's got to be in his late 80s.
Get on with your life.
I don't want to get on with my life. I just have to get the fantastic mind of yours working again. What do you want it to say in your tombstone?
You're doing the best you can.
Yeah, you're
See,
right. I don't know where to place it.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to show it, is because I can't tell if there's a lot of dark comedy aspects in it. But yeah, it's one of those that's just, I don't know where the fuck
it seems
to
like
fit it.
Almost like morbid comedy.
Yeah. Shark,
this
what did
whole-
you share? Okay, I'm at a loss. What is that?
That is Bacon, Kevin Bacon.
Oh, God.
Really?
Wah, wah. How did I know it was going to go that way?
Because that's the level of my humor.
I think this one seems interesting because I mean, it seems like it might explore, one's own, fatality, or not fatality, but morbidity, but also add in elements of comedy to make it digestible. But
And it's one of those where I think it's also going to give you're going to see different perspectives from different lives as they're hitting different points in their lives. I don't know. As I get older, I kind of like movies like that. But like I said, I've always liked Kevin Bacon. I've never really known him to take on anything that wasn't at least interesting. So, all right. And the last one we got up, last but not least, saved the best for last. We have the full official trailer for Fallout Season 2.
So I've seen a lot of things. Many a deer have to fall. Crazy things. Unnatural things. In the game. Are good people? No. That girl I met. All in the wonderful game. I would be a good person too if I grew up in some cozy little impenetrable home. I have to steal and stab and fib all the goddamn time just to get by.
What exactly is it you plan on doing once we find your daddy?
Gonna bring him to justice. So people know that how they conduct themselves matters. They don't give up hope.
The stuff we fight for, the story has it you used to believe in those things too.
I've been wastelanding for 200 years. I've kept myself alive for one reason. To find my family.
Well then, you're gonna need friends. There's a war coming.
I'm going to pause real quick on that. I want to hear that again.
Well then, you're gonna need friends. There's a war coming.
Well, I already know that voice. That voice is Clancy Brown. That's the Kurgan from Highlander. I know his voice, and I know the way they distorted it. That's a super mutant. And if they're going to New Vegas, the first time you encounter the outpost of the super mutants trying to live a peaceful life is in New Vegas. Check IMDb or Shark real quick. See if Clancy Brown's name is in the roles. I'm pretty sure that was him. If it ain't him, it's Ron Perlman. It's one of the two. They both have that very distinct growl in their voice.
Yeah, but that didn't sound like Perlman to me.
I must not have gotten my invitation.
We're actually beginning to get along.
She's got the super fist. We got the Legion, so they're bringing in NCR, the Legion, Super Mutants, Mr. Hand.
So not confirmed.
Not confirmed. It doesn't show it.
Yeah.
It looks like they might possibly be bringing the Minutemen in too.
Yeah.
Oh, I love.
Oh, we got a Deathclaw.
So this is Vegas, huh? I'd ask why my dad ran into a den of monsters, but he'd probably just tell me to shut the fudge up.
Just around the corner.
Nice.
Yeah, that looks good. I mean, they've done such a damn good job on that so far. Like, I've got no complaints. I really don't. So you couldn't find anything on that?
All I found, let's see. Let me try searching it a different way here.
Let me see real quick. Come on, you stupid Windows. No, I hate this stupid auto click, auto join, auto this. No, fuck off. I'm moving it where I want it to. And I hate this dumb little drop down thing at the top that once you merge, do our multi-tab. It's like, no, suck off. It's like, I want my layout the way I want my goddamn layout.
Clancy Brown is not confirmed to be in Fallout Season 2, but fans hope he will possibly do a cameo while his beloved voice actor from the franchise, having played Rhombus in the 97 game.
Yeah, he played Rhombus of Brotherhood of Steel, but the voice I heard was a super mutant. You can tell by the way they made it sound.
Yeah, they don't have him listed.
I got a way to look at some. I'm curious. Is that the voice in the Fallout season trailer? I was partially right. Yes, fans are speculating that the voice in the Fallout 2 season trailer belongs to a super mutant, with strong suggestions that it's Ron Perlman voicing a character like the character of Marcus. You're going to need friends. The war is coming, which aligns with the lore of super mutants, particularly the intellectual ones like Marcus. So yeah, I'm partially right. One said if what I heard is right, it's either Brown or it's Perlman, and they're of course using some type of cracked modulation on it to make it sound fucking distorted, because all the super mutants have that fucked up distortion to the deepness in their voice. Be cool.
I'm excited for it.
Oh, I am too, man. Everything they're showing, like, we see a Deathclaw. We now see the Legion. We know the Minutemen got to be in there because they play a partial role in that too.
Yep.
You got the NCR. You've got a voice of a super mutant. You got Mr. Hand. So you're going to have all the factions inside New Vegas, like the fucking what is it? The one casino you go into and you find out that they're all fucking cannibals. And I'm all for it. I think it's going to be great.
Oh, I love that in I think it was Fallout 4, that when you waltzed into the Minutemen camp, once you finally found your way down to the basement, that you found what happened to the old general. He just died down there, and you could literally put his hat on.
Oh,
when
yeah.
When you walked outside, everybody's just like, "Oh, hey, General, you're back."
Yep. Oh, man. I got to fire up Fallout 4 sometime tomorrow. I've got to check out some of the shit they added into it. I love the Fallout series. I always have. That's definitely on the 3D printing list. I've got 3 models of Pip-Boys I don't have. And I definitely want to make a T-64 helmet and a helmet of the Enclave armor.
Hence the bigger printer, so you can do that.
Hence the bigger printer. So I literally can just fit it on the plate, hit a button, and 20 hours from now, it's done in one piece. And now that I can do 4 different colors, I can do all the different color variations on it as well, which will make it 40 hours of print.
All right.
I think one of the very first things that I successfully printed, like in any of my 3D printing, is on the CR10S, and it was a Pip-Boy, and I like inlaid a bunch of neodymium magnets and stuff, so it was just a clamshell over your forearm. So
nice,
dude. The nuclear winter. I agree with you, Entity. Nuclear winter mod is pretty badass. I always did. That's a good mod. I still think the game changer mod when it came out was real scopes. So when you actually would aim a scope weapon, it actually gave you the reticle and everything. That, and also giving body armor to dog meat so he can actually carry shit.
I forgot about him.
Oh, dog meat was Dog meat was the second best companion. To me, the best companion in a Fallout game was actually the detective that was a synth. Because he actually did help you. He actually did bite that. And also when they did the Robotron, the Robotron DLC, you could actually get a Securitytron bot to follow you around. The downside is if things were already aggressive when you went into a scene, you're trying to talk to a character that you could potentially sway your way, he just blasts their fucking head off. You're like, well, that fucking option's gone. It was a little over aggressive. Drivable Zeppelin in another good one. Dude, the mods are ridiculous. Like, I love the fact of how much they change it.
You know, it reminds me of the HK-47 assassin droid in KOTOR.
Yeah.
Like, so outrageously aggressive that everyone's just like, hey, maybe we shouldn't bring him to this world. And you're like, nah, fuck it, I'm bringing him.
Yeah. Oh man. I got to hand credit too when it comes to DLCs in 3 and 4. Bethesda did actually do good because the lore and the what was it, the DLC where you go to the island and you're dealing with the guy that speaks like he's from Louisiana. That one had some hella lore, like it went full Lovecraftian into the Fallout world on stuff. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll figure out the content creator I can't think of right now, and we'll do him as a creator spotlight on the next show because this guy just does an amazing job of jumping into the Fallout lore. Like, and he has just a good, very monotone speaking voice that the way he speaks, you would think that the guy possibly for a living does audiobooks. Because it's clean, it's precise, it conveys emotion when emotions are needed, it conveys humor. It just really good. Like, if the guy's not a voice actor, the fucker should be, because he's really good at what he does. And that's what really gets me a lot of times when I find these lore channels. Like, wow, this lore is good. Wow, this video is long. It's full of shit. But then you hear the person's voice, you're like, no, going to next video. It's like I cannot listen to that for 40 fucking minutes.
You just mute and read the whole damn thing.
No, you got to remember a lot of time I'm driving, so if I can't hear what's saying, it's not good. I don't like there. I've heard some that the voice were good, but you can't visualize what they're saying. So I'm having to do I shouldn't be looking at my phone while I'm driving, even though I've got it on a hanger, but I'm kind of like watching because I don't get what they're fully trying to describe. But the guy I'm talking about, I can literally turn the phone black and envision in my head everything he's describing and discussing. Just that good of a storyteller. And like I said, the guy just deep dives in it. There's some lore that I've heard him talk about that even I'm just like, I had to go back and replay those missions, be like, holy shit, how the fuck did I miss all this? So, but yeah, I'm really glad. We've got December 17th for that to drop. We've got a few things right now that are already out that are looking pretty decent. The only thing right now that is still kind of a disappointment is One Punch. The new season is just, it's not. They should not have this. There's only been one episode that was good, and that's when Garo finally went off. But right now it's just one of those, why are we this many episodes in and nothing significant has really happened?
You know, earlier we were talking about how China has been putting out a bunch of different like high production anime.
Yeah.
But then you can never get into it because all their voice actors are, well, guess what? They're Chinese and they speak the world's ugliest language that's ever existed.
Yeah.
And so you can't listen to them worth a damn. And then, you know, they're also coming out of communist China. So now they're
but there's a few that they actually
bullshit.
There's a few they actually did hire out and do good, like To Be Hero X. The voice actors, the English voice actors in that one have done a really good job. That one I was kind of shocked.
I don't listen to anything in English.
Lord of Mysteries is really good too. Well, those two I would suggest because if you look at the sub versus the dub, there's very little change.
Okay.
Like they actually wrote, I think whoever wrote the stories when it came to the original audio to the sub to the dubs really took their time to make it sync. And the voice actors that they have picked do really sound like the look of what you're seeing, especially in Lord of Mysteries. Lord of Mysteries, holy fuck. I started that the other day and I got literally 7 episodes in nonstop. That's how good it was.
Damn.
Like, believe it. Like, I was trying to see was this all the hype? Are all these people saying this is the solo? Well, we don't know when we're getting next solo leveling. This is the best thing to fill the void. And they're right. It is a really good story, really amazing, good animation.
You'll have to send me that because I'll forget it the moment that we're done here. But,
I'll throw it in the morning. I'll throw it in the chat. That one and To Be Hero X. They're both on Hulu or Crunchyroll.
Like a summoner or demon lord type thing. But he was like in high school or something that he had to go back and he had this like demon dog or something, but he was reincarnated. I don't know. I forget exactly the whole line of it. That actually seemed really interesting. It was a take on the overpowered reincarnation, almost borderline isekai type thing.
Yeah.
But which that's my favorite type of anime. And so I was like, oh man, this is awesome. It's awesome. And then like 6 episodes in, the the Japanese sub is just gone, and now you're only listening to Chinese, and you're like, damn it, I was listening to Chinese anime, and so me as a red-blooded American, I felt bad just to, starting out with. I hated that. I hated myself. I felt dirty. But then I'm like, okay, but that was actually a good storyline. I kind of want to watch it. And then it's just all in Chinese.
Look at it this way.
Ah.
I will enjoy the anime as long as I don't feel or see anything in it trying to push an agenda into loving them. And so far, To Be Hero X and all of them don't even bring any of that shit up at all. In fact, if no one told you they were made in China, you wouldn't know. Because it's literally just bringing you into a world that has nothing to do with ours. Like the whole philosophy of To Be Hero X is everybody's born with this number, and the minute people start believing in you, the number climbs, and the more powerful you get. And everybody is battling out to be the top hero to be Hero X. And you can easily make one mistake and people lose trust. It's all about trust. So if nobody has trust in you, you're just a nobody. But the more people trust and believe in you, the more powerful you get, all the way to the point where you can get to the level of a god.
That reminds me of, I think it was, I don't know, something Tower.
Good to see you again. Thanks for joining in today. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.
Yep.
Have a good one, Annie. Yeah, it was something to do with a tower where they're just like climbing the tower through all kinds of stuff, and there's a really big betrayal in it. But it was a anime that I hadn't seen a trope like that done quite before. I'm not saying that it hadn't been done. I just hadn't seen anything like it. And I was like,
well, it's funny.
This is good.
If you think about it, the most original anime that's come out, like premise-wise, in a long time was Delicious in Dungeon. That really was the most original. Because the minute you saw the trailer, you're thinking, oh, this is just going to be another dungeon crawler, possible isekai, possibly fantasy one. And then it takes the turn of them eating and everything. It's just like, okay, this is exactly what the title told you. It's not playing a game of words on you. It is literally, I mean, if you think about it, the only thing close to it, if you take out the dungeon and everything, was Food Wars.
I'll give you another one that's very close. I'm looking it up right here because it's in its second season, and they came out roughly the same time too.
Well, it's also one of those, even if they came out the same time, I've seen a few of them where one was made a few years earlier, but Crunchyroll, the distributors, for some reason, decide we're just going to neck and neck these fuckers.
Yeah, it was Campfire Cooking in Another World.
I've seen that one. Yeah,
it was like it came out roughly the same time, and it was so eerily similar that I'm like, huh?
Well, they around that same time did that Pharmacy in Another World also, and
they did Pharmacy in Another World. They did the one where the guy's a good shopper in Another World.
Yeah,
like he knows how to online shop.
Oh yeah. They had been doing there was a stint there for probably about 2.5 seasons where they were like really on top of the shopping.
Isekai after Isekai after
Isekai. With the Isekai. But it was the whole like, hey, we're gonna give you the ability to shop from your previous world. And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Or the what was it, the smartphone in Another World?
That one was good.
I like that one.
Good. That one was good. There were bits that they were trying to add fan service to, but it felt it felt wrong.
Well, they all kind of stem like there was a manga a few years ago. They never made it into an anime where the whole premise is the world pretty much turns to shit. Like all infrastructure dies, everything collapses, the world freezes over, and almost like a nuclear winter. And this one guy who was a loner that nobody liked somehow gains this power and ability to store stuff in another realm. And he finds that if he stores food and all this other shit, none of it ever goes bad because everything in that realm ceases in time. Yeah, and he ends up becoming the god of everything because he stockpiles like everything in the known universe, weapons and all. All these people are starving. He's just like, want a burrito?
Yeah, and like he was like, oh, I can make wine.
Yep. Yeah.
I remember that piece.
That's one they should have made into an anime, and for some reason they didn't. Yet there are like 50 videos at least of people that have turned it into an animated storybook on fucking YouTube. Because that's when I remembered it. It's like I watched one of those videos, like, I read that, but that was a long fucking time ago.
Do you all remember that with Crunchyroll, that when it was starting, that it was like, it was almost sketchy. Like it was like just nothing but like D-rated movies.
Yeah, because it was Funimation.
Funimation and Aniplex had their own things.
Yep.
And then
that's where all the good shit was.
Funimation bought out Aniplex, and then now Crunchyroll bought out all of them.
Yep.
Well, there was that weird time frame where Funimation was trying to buy Crunchyroll, and then Crunchyroll said, "No, you."
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. I was like, "Huh, I can watch free movies. This is awesome." Before Netflix was really good, or Hulu or any of this other stuff.
Yeah.
Hulu was also one of those ones that was kind of like, it's showing kind of shitty stuff.
Yeah, Hulu started out really, really fucking rough.
Yeah.
And then they gained a few exclusives, and that's what kind of got them kicking off. Is there were a lot of shows that for some reason when Netflix started expanding, they didn't jump to the rights to, and Hulu beat them to it. And that's when they became Hulu premieres. Like, remember, there were several premieres when it came to Marvel for a little while that were Hulu only. And then DC did the same thing with Hulu for a little bit. They were exclusives only until DC got bought up by only being able to show on Warner Brother and HBO. They weren't that great. I mean, they were still decent series. Like you had what was it?
Is it like some of the Justice League stuff?
No, well, it was more of the animated stuff when it came to the DC stuff, but the Marvel stuff, it was 2 series. I just can't think of them right now. I think one of them was called The Misfits. It was with a group of kids that their parents were all kids were all powered, and they found out some shit about the parents. And the other reason I watched it is because one of the parents was played by James Masterson. And I've always liked him as an actor. The other one was Cloak and something.
Cloak and Dagger.
Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah. But I didn't think that one came out there. I thought that one came
Are
out.
you sure it was called Cloak and Dagger? I thought it was Cloak and something else. Because wasn't Cloak and Dagger a movie from the 80s about a kid in a video game?
They did a remake of it.
Double check that real quick, Shark.
I'll just pull up Disney.
Because yeah, it was a Marvel show, and it was a guy and a girl.
Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah.
Huh. It's weird.
Yeah, because one was all offense, one was all defense.
Yeah. I just forgot that was Cloak and Dagger.
It was really short-lived, though. And it really
no. That one was atrocious. That one bombed.
It was bad.
And Misfits started out with potential, but they went all preachy, and it just was so unbelievable. And apparently, I never read the comic it was based on, but it deviated a little bit from, in the sense, from the comics. That the true fans of comics quit watching it and shit. I got away from it because Masterson's character was showing up less and less, and 2 of the girls were so fucking preachy and annoying, all the way down to one of them had to, no matter what she was wearing, she had to rock the little the pink cat ear fucking "Don't touch my pussy" beanie. Yeah.
You know,
she was annoying. Not only that, without the beanie, her character was just downright fucking annoying.
You know, it was actually a really good movie if you completely forgot that Marvel ever made it.
Which one?
What?
The Eternals.
The Eternals was decent. It just fucked the storyline of the comics big time.
Yeah, if you completely
tried
forgot
cramming
if there was any kind of backstory, if there was any kind of lore, if it was attached to Marvel in any way, if you forgot all that, it was a great movie.
It was decent. The problem with the Eternals is they tried to cram too much shit into one film. If they had done just the story of their beginning and finding out who they were and leading up to them realizing that they were being used the entire time, and somehow tie it into an Avenger movie or something else going on during that phase, it
Yeah, I
would
can see that being cool.
And then bringing in all those characters along with them to fight Arashem. That would have been if they could have done it, they teased us the fucking the Black Knight. And in the Marvel Comics series, him and the Blade literally become, I think, the leader of the Avengers for a long time. Like, he is a super powerful character, and have Kit Harington potentially play him was a badass idea. Like, I loved the casting of Eternals. I thought it was cool that the character that is an Eternal that's supposed to be deaf was actually played by an actual woman who is deaf, and how they made it work on set was literally laser pointers to let her know when she was supposed to turn or talk. And a lot of people on the set learned ASL just to be able to communicate with her. There was a lot that could have been done. There was a lot of great potential in that. It was just, again, they tried to cram too much shit into a single fucking film about a group of characters that the average person who knows Marvel knows nothing about. Only people that know the comics know who the Eternals and the Celestials are.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'm not a huge comic book guy, not because I don't like them. I just never read them really. So I didn't know fuck all about the Eternals, and it just popped up on Disney. I was like, oh, what's this? You know, I played it. I'm like, oh, okay, that was cool.
Yeah,
There's
plus
nothing more?
it had some amazing fucking people in it. What pissed me off is the one character that I like the most, because the woman is an amazing actress and she's hot as hell. Is the character they kill off.
Yeah.
That woman, I can't ever remember her name, but she is one of the first time I ever saw her. I forgot what show it was. It was a British show. She just has a unique look to her. Like, I cannot think of any other actress that looks like her. And then her big break to the American audience was in the TV show Humans, because she played one of the synthetic humans.
Oh, I did not watch that one.
Humans was pretty good. I think it only got 2 seasons. It was one of those that the writer's strike killed it. Well, the first writer's strike, I think, killed it. That, or it might also been, it may have been it was either the strike, or it was one of those shows that got eliminated because the studio that made it got bought in a merger. Like, it was either a strike or a merger deal that killed that show, sadly. But it was filled with a lot of good actors, had a great storyline to it. A movie that would have made a damn good TV show. I just can't. What's the name of the movie with Bruce Willis where everybody in the world drops into fake bodies? Like, nobody goes outside anymore. They're all in robotic replicants of themselves.
That's very familiar.
That would have made a damn good TV show. You could have taken the story of that movie and branched it out to at least a 3-season show with all the twists, turns, and the characters that were in it. God, I just can't think of the name of it.
That's going to bug you, and when you go to sleep, you're like,
well, no, Shark's looking it up right now. It's just, what parameter are you searching?
I just pulled up the list of his movies to see if it'd click my brain real quick.
Just type in, what movie did Bruce Willis play a detective inside a robotic body? It might be Replicants, is what it was called.
Surrogates.
That's right, because they called the freaking units that they were in surrogates. That was a good movie, and that would have been a hell of a premise for a TV show. Like, I think it would have been better as a TV show, because that's another movie where they crammed a whole lot of shit into one movie. When after you watch the movie, you could realize, hey, I could have watched this over a season, and it would have been just as entertaining, and maybe you would have gotten more information, more backstory, more shit, instead of just cramming it all into 90 minutes. So, well, I think that's a good stopping point for this episode, guys. We got a few things to continue on now that we've got, another week and a half of IAE going out. We've got a few shows dropping, got a few other things coming out. So next show, we should have a good amount of more stuff to talk about. Gentlemen, what do y'all got coming up in the next 2 weeks? Other than, of course, the holiday stuff.
I'm actually working 7 days straight, so.
Oh, yay.
10-hour shifts. Yay.
Oh, I'm just coming off of a work trip, so gonna be doing a bunch of work stuff. Possibly get some airsoft in. Unsure. And then holidays. That's just around the corner. Gotta get ready for family coming in.
I'm kind of in the same. It's work, work, work. I only got Thursday off. Is the only day I got off. And the person that normally helps me, she's on their Disney trip for the next 2 weeks. So I am running everything solo. So Shark might be getting called in on backup now that he's got my Honda.
Temporarily.
Yeah, temporary. Other than that, nothing much. Gonna take it easy for Thanksgiving. Don't think I'm gonna go anywhere. So thank you everybody for joining in on us. From me into the panel, may you enjoy much tryptophan on the Great Turkey Genocide of 2025. We will see you after the Thanksgiving holiday. Until then, take care of yourselves, and remember, stay heavily caffeinated and always opinionated.